Boom! We're live! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CODcast, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. I'm your host, Dusty Smith. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's episode 57. Fucking hooray! We did it, you and I. It's a team effort. We're the greatest humans who ever lived in the history of goddamn mankind. Fuck yeah! Got a great show for you tonight. People are already mad. We're going to talk about the PewDiePie situation. We're getting flooded with PewDiePie's little butt boys. They are an incredibly annoying fan base. Incredibly annoying. But, you know, it's to be understood when you actually watch PewDiePie's material, the kind of people he's attracting. They're not the best, in my opinion. But, not saying it's all of you. I'm sure there are some of you out there, the PewDiePie fans, that are not the bottom of the fucking barrel. It's just not my experience. In my experience, they're usually either children or just the most biggest dipshits you ever want to meet. So, anyway, he just got called the Holy Savior by the largest, most popular white supremacist website in the world. We're going to take a look at the really weird week he's had and shit on him a bit for it. And I'm going to talk about TJ a little bit. Me and TJ got a little rift on Twitter again about some racist shit. And people are like, Dusty, oh my God, Dusty, this is beneath you. He's not being racist here. Okay. We'll take a look. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion because I'm a goddamn drama queen. I'm open to all that shit. Who the fuck knows, man? We're all in this together. All figured it out as we go. So anyway, if you like the show, please consider supporting my show on Patreon. Patreon.com/CODcast. We're up to $675. Making a little bit of progress this week. That's up about, I don't know, like $5 or something. So I really appreciate the 103 of you who are supporting the show. It means a lot. I really only make money off this show, as I tell you guys, constantly off Patreon and off the super chats because my channel has been demonetized. So if you want to see me keep doing this and don't want to see me quit and go get a job at Walmart, please consider $1 or $2, $5, whatever you can afford. It's all appreciated. And of course, best way to support the show, super chats. Lifeblood of the show. You guys know how this works. All questions answered, no questions dodged. Ask me what the fuck you want. I will read every goddamn question. Got one already. What's up, Ann Aspotch? Love me some Ann Aspotch. Looking forward to the show. All right, much love to you, Ann Aspotch. We have a good one tonight. Looking forward to doing it. I had a full show on Tuesday already, and I had to wait till Friday to do the show because that's how the show works. It's twice a week. But, man, all kinds of shit started happening Tuesday. I kind of got outweighted, though, because, so many things happened. So many new developments happened in the whole PewDiePie situation since Tuesday. So, what's everybody doing tonight before I start the show? Hi, Dusty. Hi, Mystery Dude. I am not a PewDiePie fan. Okay, cool. Do another Kaya Masters video. I don't really have the material for that, so can't really do that. It's not my fault. So, I don't understand by the company you keep. Okay. All right. Guess we'll go ahead and start the show. So, first of all, you guys know who PewDiePie is by any chance? You should, but if you're living under a rock, basically, PewDiePie is the #1 guy on YouTube. All right. In a world where Donald Trump is the leader in the free world, in a world where the Kardashians are the most famous people on the planet, the king of YouTube with 101 million subscribers is PewDiePie. And it's just as bad as you could possibly think. So, we're going to start off, before I even start talking about the misadventures of PewDiePie this weekend, we're going to take a look at what kind of material PewDiePie puts out so you can just get kind of a feel for who we're talking about here. Here's a video that came about 6 years ago. Adults react to PewDiePie. This is adults, regular, grown-ass human beings, normal people, not PewDiePie fans, watching PewDiePie and reacting to the type of videos he puts out. And so let's have a look if this is a high-quality dude that deserves to have 101 million subscribers, or if this is embarrassing as fuck that this is the world we live in right now. Let's have a look.
Well, I'm sure it can't be that bad.
What atrocity!
Don't rape my woman!
Save us!
Ah! Rape her!
No, you're right, he is. There's a run here to him. Biggest door opening ever.
You know, maybe I'm making too much of this. Maybe it's not so bad. I'm sure it's got its own appeal, and there's probably nothing really that terrible in these videos. I mean, you know...
Oh, she's raping her. He's raping her.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What am I supposed to do? Die! That's what you get for not having a pussy tasted. What? I don't know what that was.
Get it!
don't like this situation. Mouse! What are you doing here?
All right.
I bet you are the cause.
That was it. That's all I could do.
Hi, Geneva, Switzerland? Yeah, I'd like to bring someone up on charges of crimes against humanity.
Alright, why can't we be friends? I need to check that one, check that one, check that one, check that. Ow! 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 Jesus Christ!
Alright, that's about all I can stand to that,
Wristband's
folks.
12.
Stop raping!
So 101 million subscribers to this. Congratulations, world! You did it! You somehow got worse. I don't know, like, how the fuck? So as you can quite imagine, a guy with this type of material doesn't attract the best people. In my opinion, mostly children, and the adults he attracts are bottom-of-the-barrel dim bulbs. Not all of them. Not all of them. Just almost everyone I have had any interaction with whatsoever. So, and of course, when you're attracting a lot of really low-quality people, obviously that's going to include a lot of fucking racist and white supremacists, because they're the types that are usually the bottom of the barrel, you know, dim bulbs, knuckle draggers, inbreds, you know, the type of people you wouldn't want anything to fucking do with. But PewDiePie is a hoarder. He's a hoarder of subscribers. He just wants as many as he can get. He doesn't have any fucking standards whatsoever. Just everybody in the world, please, all the time, spam everybody. I want everybody to be a subscriber. But, you know, that's really not the way to be in our modern society. You have to have standards. And in my opinion, if you attract a large amount of white supremacists and racists and shitheads and transphobes and anti-Semites, it's 100% your fault. Nobody else is to blame but you. Because believe me, you can make these people hate you really fucking easy if you want to. And obviously, if they still love you, you're not repelling them enough. You're not doing your job. So anyway, PewDiePie has had, you know, some fucking problems with this. He's had what they call heater gamer moments. First off, he, I guess he went on Fiverr and he hired some Ethiopian kids to say death to all Jews. And then he acted really surprised when they did it. He literally paid them to do it. Clearly, he already watched the video and knew they were going to do it before he saw them do it. And then he watched the video and he's like, I can't believe they actually did the thing I paid them to do. But, you know, he's just an edgelord. You know, that's just the shitty, cringy edgelord. That's still what's popular today, right? That's why the anti-SJW community is so popular, right? That's why TJ has 1 million subs. It's because this cringy ass, edgy shit is still really popular. The kids fucking love it, and that's basically what he is, right? Just a fucking edgelord. So he got in some trouble from that. The ADL, which is the Anti-Defamation League, it's a charity that tries to fight against hatred towards Jews. Shit on him for that, and they praised Disney when Disney basically disassociated themselves with PewDiePie for that. Then you guys might remember I had a show a few months back where we talked about the people that PewDiePie was following, and he was basically following the who's who in the alt-right chud community. Dr. Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, a fucking Lauren Southern. You know, white supremacist Lauren Southern, who spread the white genocide theory that was listed in multiple mass shooters, terroristic manifestos. Yeah, Count Docula. Yeah. These who, Brittany Pettingbone, Stephen Mule Nuts. We're going to show some really fucking new racist tweets from Mule Nuts. Paul Joseph Watson, whose entire career revolves around shitting on immigrants and lying about brown people to make people scared of them. Ian Miles Wrong, one of the largest shitheads in the right-wing community. Keemstar, you know, Dave Rubin. Some people will say, well, just because he's following these people doesn't mean he's agrees with them, Dusty. You know, I follow people that I don't agree with all the time. Okay, fine. But when your list primarily revolves around the who's who of the alt-right, alt-like community, and almost revolves around nobody on the left, right? There's a pattern that starts forming, right? And you start to, it's not like he's spoken out against any of these people. In fact, he's had Ben Shapiro on his show, right? So it seems like he kind of leans chuddy, and his fan base definitely fucking leans chuddy. I'll show you in a minute. His fan bases are full of just the most vile racists you can possibly imagine. So we shit on him a little bit for this because, like, even if this is not meant to be an endorsement, a lot of people will see this as an endorsement. He has millions of people on his Twitter, and the people he's following, they obviously go, look, ooh, who's he following? Ooh, I follow the same people he's following. And so he's obviously helped Lauren Southern become more popular, you know, Ben Shapiro become more popular, Stephen Mule Nuts. These racists he's helped become more popular. And this is something I preach all the time. Platform responsibility. The larger your platform, the more responsibility you have. And you really have to fucking think about this shit. You have to take that responsibility seriously. If you're not going to take that responsibility seriously, then fuck off, because it's important. It really fucking is important, as we've seen by the fact that 2 different mass terrorist shooters have shouted out PewDiePie now. So yes, it's important what this guy says. It's important what he does. It's important the images he puts out there, because his little kitty fan base will go through and say, oh, he's following Lauren Southern. Let's follow Lauren Southern. And then they see about the Great Replacement and it helps racism spread. It's obvious why he shouldn't do this, right? So anyway, we griped at him about that. I was one of the main ones to gripe about that. And then after we griped at him, he immediately unfollowed every single person he was following except for some Korean boy band or something, right? So that happened. And then, so then he did something I actually thought was a good move, right? He knows that he has an incredibly large amount of white supremacists in his fan base. He is a hero to white supremacists. You can go to 8chan when it was up. It's not up anymore, and 4chan to a lesser degree. But there are all kinds of memes where the white supremacists love him. He's involved. He's like associated with all types of racist memes out there, and they fucking love this dude, right? The whole subscribe to PewDiePie thing actually kind of got I don't want to say completely hijacked by racists, because it didn't. A lot of these were just kids that were doing it. They felt like, almost like a game. I gotta spam everywhere, subscribe to PewDiePie, and I also have to make 1,000 accounts to subscribe to PewDiePie. But also there's like a subcurrent of it that got totally fucking taken over by white supremacists who saw the subscribe to PewDiePie competition between him and T-Series as a competition between the soul of YouTube being taken over by brown people or being kept by, the whites, they call it the West. That's what they call it, but that's basically code for, whitey. They wanted a white boy to be the leader of YouTube, to be the most important, most subscribed person on YouTube. And so that was a big part of the reason that racists were pushing the subscribe to PewDiePie thing. And he knows this. It was pointed out to him constantly. No doubt he reads his fucking chats, the comments on his videos, which are so much fucking racism, anti-Semitism. I'll show it to you in a minute. So he knows this. So it appeared to me like he was trying to actually do the right thing and distance himself. But it's PewDiePie. Like, PewDiePie to me, see, I don't know if this guy is just a complete fucking moron in every goddamn way. Like, I'm not talking about just a normal moron. I'm talking about, like, almost mentally infirmed stupid. Or if he really knows what the fuck he's doing. It's sort of hard for me to tell with this guy. But anyway, so to me, it looked like he was like, oh, well, I'm tired of being associated with these white supremacists, and I'm slightly worried that multiple mass shooters keep shouting me out. So I want to do what I can to kind of distance myself a little bit from these white supremacists. And he has a couple of times he's spoken out and he says, I'm not a white supremacist. This show is not about white supremacy. But it's clear that he hasn't done enough, right? Because they still hugely worship him, these white supremacists. They're still huge fans of his. So even if he says, like Trump does, Trump says, I'm not a white supremacist, I don't like white supremacy, but the white supremacists still love him, right? Because they're like, Trump, we know you have to say that. We know that in our modern society, you can't come out and admit you're a white supremacist. You have to say that or you're going to get in trouble. But, we know. We forgive you for saying that. So when you have these kind of people in your fan base, it takes more than just some kind of small, short comments like that every once in a while. You have to be aggressive. You have to aggressively attack these people and try to repel them from your fan base. And it's very easy to do. And somebody as huge as PewDiePie would have no problem doing it. I'm going to, not just gripe at him. I'm actually going to give him real life advice on how he can make these people hate him. And he can repel these people from this fan base if he really wants to do. But PewDiePie's thought is like, hey, I just throw money at the problem. I don't really want to piss people off by being too political and actually being too active to try to shoo these people away. So I just fucking give $50,000 to a Jewish charity. And he's like, oh, I give it to the ADL. Because that'll prove I'm the bigger man. Because the ADL, they shit on me when I did my whole debt to all Jews shit, right? And also, I think he screamed the N-word out a few times in a few heated game remote videos. And so he's like, well, if I be the bigger man and just give them $50,000 and then it'll piss off a lot of my anti-Semitic racist fan base and I can try to separate myself from them, right? So he put out this tweet that said, Misrepresenting headlines of me has led me down a path of twist with mainstream media for years now. Previously, it hasn't bothered me much. I know who I am. But after the Christchurch travesty a few months ago, my own clash with the mainstream media was manipulated as a tool for destruction. I'm not okay with the situation any longer, and I felt responsibility to make changes. Making a donation to the ADL doesn't make sense to everyone, especially since they're outright spoken against me. I wanted to show publicly that I can move past it and move on. I think that it's important. This just isn't my fight anymore. And so I read this, and look, I have some problems with ADL. To me, like, all organizations have problems, right? And there are some things that you can, like, point out that ADL does that I don't think are the greatest. Like, for example, I was reading this, I guess they sent a letter. I'm not really sure what country it was. I think it was one of the European countries. They were trying to ban circumcision in that country. And the ADL basically sent them a long letter that was, the gist of it was they were threatening them. They were saying, hey, circumcision is an important part of the Jewish faith. If you ban this, we'll go on television all over the fucking place and we'll smear your country as white supremacists, as Nazis. And good luck with your tourism when that happens. Good luck with your tourism when we, like, associate you with Nazi. That's not what you want, is it? So they've done things that I don't agree with. But in this case, I thought, well, hey, even if I have my own personal problems with ADL, at least PewDiePie is making a good faith effort to try to distance himself from the white supremacists he's attracted in his audience. And so regardless of my feelings about the ADL, this is a positive step, in my opinion. You know, it's only $50,000. It's not a whole lot of money. And if it helps combat the white supremacists and the #1 most popular person on YouTube's fan base, you know, I'll overlook my problem with the ADL and I'll, you know, give him a pat on the back for doing this because I think this is a good move overall, right? So I immediately went on Twitter, as I do, and when I shit on somebody, you know, if you do something I disagree with, I'll fucking shit the hell out of you, man. I don't care who you are. Poor Vaush. I'm gonna shit on Vaush a little bit tonight too, but like I don't even like anything against Vaush. It's just like if I disagree with you, I'll shit on you a little bit. It's not like a big deal. But also when you do something I agree with, I'll pat you on the back for it, right? Because, like, I want to encourage good behavior. So I was Johnny on the spot with this. I was like, kudos to PewDiePie. Credit where credit is due. This is a good start. Hopefully it's the first of many positive changes. And as you can see, his tweet has been removed. So you can probably see where this is going if you don't already know. But we're not there yet. So we're going to get there in a second. And I wasn't the only one to give him a congratulations and a shout out. People like Ethan Klein, who is the star of the Hee, or is it H3H3? I don't know how you pronounce it. But anyway, real popular guy on YouTube. He's like, good for you, Felix. Proud of you for offering to donate the money. He's Jewish, too, by the way. And then somebody said, you know, when you get congrats from a Jew, you did something wrong. And, of course, this is pretty sure this is PewDiePie's fan base. They're all, like, real butthurt about him donating money to a Jew. And so, anyway, you know when you get a congrats from a Jew, you did something wrong. So I like Ethan Klein's response. He's like, congratulations, 1% goon. So, haha, 100% goon. Yep, so you gotcha. Burned. He congratulated you, which means that you know you did something wrong. Like to see that. But anyway, so that was kind of cool of him, I thought. So, obviously, if you guys are paying attention, you know what happened. Immediately, he got incredible amounts of backlash from everybody. You might even say he was canceled, but you can't say that because it was the right doing it, and when the right does it, it's not cancellation. It's something completely different. Only the left cancels, right, folks? Yeah, we all know that's true. So the Quartering was one of the first ones to jump on his case and make videos about him. New video, what the actual fuck, at PewDiePie just donated $50,000 to the bully organization ADL, the organization who campaigned against his Disney show. The organization creating hit list of YouTubers to the platform. This smells odd. Blackmail? So yeah, the Quartering's jumping right in there with his anti-Semitism. Yes, it's this greedy Jewish organization. They're trying to blackmail PewDiePie, just like the fucking evil, greedy Jews would do. Fucking money-hungry motherfuckers. They never get enough of that fucking money, and they're gonna fucking blackmail PewDiePie, the savior of YouTube, our beautiful white savior of these fucking Jews. And so this started a chain reaction. I don't even know if he's the first one to start this, but regardless, it fucking started a goddamn huge chain reaction. Or I pointed out here, where basically his fans were flooding his video, claiming that the ADL was blackmailing him. And they also were claiming that somehow this evil fucking Jewish organization took over his channel and were deleting comments That's how evil these fucking Jews are. They first blackmailed him for $50,000, and then they're censoring everybody. Fucking Jews. That's PewDiePie's audience for you. Here's some examples. Don't believe me? Here we go. Phil, ADL is deleting all of PewDiePie's comments on his new video. Please check it out. They're blackmailing him. ADL is blackmailing and deleting all of your comments. Look, you will see. PewDiePie donated $50,000 to ADL. Now they're all blackmailing him and deleting comments as well. Okay, so basically ADL is blackmailing PewDiePie and are deleting any comments that talk about it. For fuck's sakes, Team YouTube. And obviously they weren't deleting comments. Obviously, I shouldn't tell anybody this. Obviously, the ADL has no effect on PewDiePie's channel. They didn't even talk to him. That's the thing. They had no contact with him. PewDiePie never donated the money to them. He never talked to them. They had no contact with him whatsoever. The reason the messages were getting responded is because thousands upon thousands of idiots were spamming the exact same messages with the exact same words in them, and the algorithm of YouTube was picking up the spam and removing it. Obviously. I mean, obviously that's what fucking happened, right? But there were endless amounts of these messages. He doesn't have any PR. ADL blackmailing him. ADL is blackmailing PewDiePie. Smell like blackmail. But if this is general blackmail, it is blackmailing PewDiePie. And it's just like endless, right? On and on and on. Blackmail, PewDiePie being blackmail, ADL blackmail. These evil Jewish organizations blackmailing him. Blackmail. So, obviously, anti-Semitism was spread by this in PewDiePie's fan base. Like, this week, I don't know if I've ever seen in my entire lifetime more anti-Semitism be spread than I've seen this week. I'm not sure if there's anybody in my lifetime who has helped to spread more anti-Semitism in a single week than the 101 million subscriber PewDiePie. I'm serious about that, folks. It's crazy the amount of anti-Semitism. Imagine setting out to distance yourself, or saying that's what you're doing. Distance yourself from white supremacists and anti-Semites, and end up spreading more anti-Semitism and racism than ever, becoming a bigger hero to these people than you could have ever fucking imagined. Imagine how fucking stupid you would have to fucking be if that happened. And it is. It's totally fucking PewDiePie's fault. So you guys know what happened, right? PewDiePie caved eventually, right? Well, anyway, before I talk about that, let's talk about the cancel culture here. How is this not cancel culture? Here's Tim Pool made a video about him. PewDiePie just stuck a knife in the back of the YouTube community. But I didn't hear anybody. I heard no fucking body talk about how this is cancel culture. The same people that were writing articles about ContraPoints being canceled, crickets. Fucking nothing about this. It's almost like cancel culture is just a bullshit narrative that is used as a cudgel to bludgeon the left with while giving the right a complete pass, which is exactly fucking what it is, folks. That's why you guys have to stop feeding into this bullshit cancel culture narrative, because it's a one-sided narrative that is simply meant to fucking attack the left. Now, the shit PewDiePie took, I'll keep showing you some of the shit PewDiePie fucking took. Let's see here. No, that's not it. I don't know where it is. Anyway, he took more hatred than ContraPoints ever thought about taking. And people were actually much, much ruder than ContraPoints. And did any big fucking YouTube channels make videos shitting on ContraPoints? No, it's just the opposite. All the channels that got lots of views that made videos on ContraPoints were supporting her, right? And just the opposite of this. Just the fucking opposite of what happened to PewDiePie. But nobody's talking about cancellation when it comes to the right, because this is a one-sided narrative. It's a weapon being used against us. And look, folks, I can tell you this for goddamn sure. What they're calling cancel culture is never fucking going away. It's never going away, because mostly what they mean when they say cancel culture, they're talking about criticism. Because that's the vast majority of people that say, I'm canceling that person. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about, I think he's shitty now, I'm canceling him. They're not talking about calling his fucking boss and getting him fired. They're not talking about doxing them. They're simply talking about, hey, I think you're a shitty person, here's why. That's the way that definition is used by most people. And it's never fucking going away, ever. 30 years from now, that'll still be happening. And so if we do not fight back against this narrative, this bullshit narrative about cancel culture, they will be using this as a fucking weapon against the left for hundreds of years from now. Hundreds of years from now, they'll still be using this as a weapon. Lefties have to quit feeding into this fucking narrative. They have to fucking fight back against it. We're going to talk a lot about this today, so I guess I'll hush up about that for now. I'm going to have a lot of conversation about this fucking stupid cancel culture narrative. It's going to be a popular subject on my show. And also, like, not to shit on Vaush too much, but the last show I played a video where basically Vaush was shitting on me, basically called me an idiot for saying that the right is actually worse with cancel culture than the left is. It just doesn't get called cancel culture. And he's basically like, no, man, you're wrong, Dusty. The reason you're wrong is because the left, they'll shit on other lefties, where the right won't actually shit on other righties. They'll just shit on the left. But it's like God himself came down from heaven and shit on Vaush's face this week with this whole PewDiePie situation, with how fucking amazing it was, how conservatives were fucking canceling him, right? That is the end for me. I was subscribed to PewDiePie since the early days of Minecraft. I watched him grow and change until I thought he found his true self. He was never as authentic as in the Pew News book review days. When the media and boomers attacked him, we rightly defended him because unlike them, we knew the context which controversial moments happened. But in the end, I think the media got to him. He changed and played it safe. The authenticity was lost, and now he bows to the very same people who went out to destroy him. ADL kicking the people who defended him, subscribers in the back. It's the only fitting that my subscription to PewDiePie ended as it started, with him playing Minecraft. So you sold out. So all these messages are basically like this. Unsubbed, he's in bed with ADL. 31 likes. Took 4 accounts off the sub list for him today, which is also an interesting comment. PewDiePie has 101 million subscribers, but of that amount, I would suggest probably tens of millions of those are not real, because during the whole subscribe to PewDiePie phase, his like cult-like fan base were so fucking obsessed with this whole PewDiePie versus T-Series thing that they went out and made like hundreds of accounts, some of these kids themselves, just so they could all mass subscribe to him. So a lot of this shit is fake, right? But anyway, he got heavily fucking shit on by the right. So I don't know. It was so funny how Vaush said that, and then the same week he said that, an example came out that just crushed his point completely. And like I said, I don't even want to shit on Vaush too much, because I actually kind of like Vaush. As far as like, he to me, he's kind of like the new TJ, like a better version of TJ. So I don't like consider my antagonism towards him as hatred. It's just kind of like, I guess what I consider like an unwanted mentorship. Something he never wanted, but I'm trying to help you out, believe it or not. Anyway. And this is what I was saying. During this whole thing, I didn't hear a fucking single person talk about cancel culture over the treatment of PewDiePie. It's a bullshit fucking narrative right there. Oh yeah, and here's what I was looking for before. You know, how is this not the same exact type of mean behavior they were accusing people of canceling ContraPoints over? Sell out. Actually sold out to the devil. Why not donate to the KKK next, just to be over with? You still sold us out, Felix. I just slipped my dick down your throat, and you thank me for it. It's true. Good guy Felix. More like good goy Felix. So anyway, just so many racist and anti-Semites fucking pissed off that PewDiePie would dare give money to the ADL. And yes, like I said, there are some legitimate problems with the ADL, but the vast majority of people that had problems with giving money to the ADL, it had nothing to do with these actual problems. It was because they're Jewish. That's exactly what the fuck it was. And it was because they have a false narrative also about some other things I'm going to show you in a minute, like this one right here. One of the main things when I asked, well, what's so bad about the ADL, that people said in my comments were like, well, I'll just show you. I don't have to say, I can just show you. There's an endless amount of these. The ADL said Pepe was a hate symbol. The ADL is the same organization that classified Pepe as a hate symbol. The Jew-created ADL adds Pepe the Frog meme to a hate symbol database. The ADL tells all social media networks who must be banned. Where's the joke? The ADL mainly just deplatforms people, except of course telling us that our beloved Pepe is an alt-right symbol. Same with the OK symbol. ADL, these are the same people who made Pepe a hate symbol. Hate symbol. Pepe's a hate symbol. They made Pepe 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 a hate symbol over and over and over again. Here's a whole list. Here's another whole list. So I could go through like all these. There were thousands of these. This is the main thing they said against the ADL. They made Pepe a hate symbol. But let's read exactly what they really did. This is what they said about Pepe. Pepe the Frog is a cartoon character that has become a popular internet meme, often referred to as the Sad Frog meme by people unfamiliar with the name of the character. The character first appeared in 2005 in the online cartoon Boys Club. In that appearance, the character also first used its catchphrase, "Feels good, man." The Pepe the Frog character did not originally have racist or anti-Semitic connotations. Internet users appropriated the character and turned him into a meme, placing the frog in a variety of circumstances and saying many different things. Many variations of the meme became rather esoteric, resulting in the phenomenon so-called rare Pepes. The majority of uses of Pepe the Frog have been and continue to be non-bigoted. However, it was inevitable that as the meme proliferated in the online venues such as 4chans, 8chans, and Reddit, which have many users who delight in creating racist memes and imagery, a subset of Pepe memes would come into existence that centered on racist, anti-Semitic, and other bigoted memes. How could you fucking get any more reasonable than this? How could anybody disagree with this? This is 100% right. The majority of it is not fucking racist, but some of the people did use it to be racist. Here you go. Here's an example. Hey, the Unite the Right rally. Who was at it? Richard Spencer, the father of the alt-right. Another racist, Mike Anich, Jason Klassler, Baked Alaska, the who's who of fucking racists. And who do we have on here? Pepe. This is the official poster of the Unite the Right. Remember the Unite the Right? The rally where they were chanting Jews will not replace us, and one of them actually ran over a woman and murdered her. Remember that? Yeah, here's little Pepe. Now, let me ask you a question. Do some racists use Pepe and their memes to further their hatred? Yes. Is that what they said in the ADL? Yes. So is all of you people that are bullshitting that the ADL said Pepe's a fucking hate symbol, oh my god, you can't support them because they did that. Are you all full of shit? Yes. Yes, you're all fucking uneducated dipshits. That's exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with the truth. A lot of this is because the ADO is a Jewish organization. That's what it boils down to. Now, not all of it, but a fucking ton of it is because of that, right? Let's just be real about it, right? So, you guys know what happened. PewDiePie fucking caved immediately. He took all that backlash. People told him he sold out. People telling him, he's sucking the ADO's dick. So, I was disappointed to see it. I'm like, well, apparently PewDiePie has already caved. He finally does something worthy of a pat on the back as far as, countering the white supremacists that have joined his fan base. And I was proud of him. And he finally did something, and within less than 24 hours, he backed out because of the pressure, right? We're going to have to start calling him Boogie Pie. That's such a boogie move, isn't it? And he made himself a superstar to the white supremacists in a way that he could have never, I don't know if he could have ever imagined before. I don't know if he did this on purpose. I have no idea, folks. I don't know, some of the racists that support him think that he's some kind of genius that set this whole thing up as a troll on the ADL to red pill the millions and millions of children. And you can see, a lot of children that are in his fan base are now hating the ADL because of this whole situation. The anti-Semitism was hugely spread, and racists think he did it on purpose. Now, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. But here's the funny thing. He basically backed out of donating to the ADL because he hadn't even donated the money to the ADL yet. Aren't you supposed to donate money first before you go out in public and brag about how you're going to donate money to a charity, right? So, in the same spirit, I just decided to donate $10 million to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Now, I haven't actually given them the money yet, of course, or anything, but I just wanted to let you guys know about it first so we could all start talking about what an amazingly wonderful person I am, right? So let's start kissing my ass over it. How good am I for deciding to do this? And that's actually clearly what he was doing here. I'm just going to tell people about this donation so they can kiss my ass. I can throw money at this situation, but before I even give them the money, right? He literally never even talked to these fucking folks. That's not how you fucking do this shit. That's how you do this shit if you're like an arrogant egomaniac who is all about you, right? But anyway, he caved like a motherfucker. He said, okay, I'm not going to give the money, right? I'm going to give fucking money to somebody else, a charity to be named later. Good luck finding a charity that your racist fans won't have a problem with. I'd love to see what he comes up with. And I'm actually going to have suggestions for him, how he can handle the situation without having to give money to anybody. Because you don't even have to throw money at this situation to try to distance yourself from these white supremacists. There's a way fucking better way to do it. We're going to talk about it in a minute. And so he got taken to task for it, of course, by a few people. Hassan taking the cast when the alt-right absolutely cucks you and your impressionable audience. So here it is. PewDiePie pulls $50,000 pledge to Jewish anti-hate group after fan backlash. The YouTuber said he did not know a lot about the ADL. Well, This is what we're talking about with platform responsibility. When you have 101 million subscribers, most of which maybe who are children, you have an incredible fucking responsibility on what you put out there. And without doing any fucking research on this, to declare you're going to give them money and then to pull the money at the last minute is way fucking worse than if you would have done nothing at all. You have spread anti-Semitism in a way that you could have never fucking imagined by doing this, because, you know, you're derelict in your responsibility. PewDiePie does not take the responsibility of his platform seriously. It's like Joe Rogan, right? These people just don't fucking care about it. They just want the fucking numbers and the money, and they don't really give a fuck, you know, what happens. And it's really sad to see. And Hassan's basically showing another section of people who are accusing the ADO of blackmailing these evil Jews. The evil Jews are blackmailing him for money, just like Jews would do, right? Just a whole fucking list, one after the other. Like I said, there are thousands and thousands and thousands. The long-nosed trial was exposed. I was right about them, says Adolf Hitler. So, I guess I'll come back to this in a minute. We'll be back here in a minute. Let's continue ahead, and then we'll circle back. So, to make matters worse, during his video, it's just kind of hard to believe it's true, folks. During this fucking video where he basically is explaining why he's caving to his angry anti-Semitic fan base and he's pulling his donation to a Jewish charity, it appears he is wearing an Iron Cross, which is one of the main Nazi symbols. Okay, folks, this is fucking hard to believe. I know what you're saying. You're saying that's not a Nazi cross, Dusty. That's not a fucking Iron Cross. That's a Georgian cross. It's part of. I know. But tell me this doesn't fucking look exactly, or very close, anyway, very similar to the fucking crosses that are on almost every fucking Nazi's uniform, right? Tell me it's not similar. Tell me it's not fucking similar, right? How could he not fucking know this? How can he not know that people are going to see this? And his white supremacist fan base, who he says he's trying to distance himself from, is going to see this as a dog whistle, which they did. I'm going to show you. It doesn't matter if he did this on purpose or not. He has to be more responsible for this. There's only two solutions here, folks. Either he is a complete fucking moron who has his head so far up his ass that this basic shit that anybody should be able to see is fucking stupid. Like, trying to distance yourself from white supremacists while at the same time wearing a symbol that looks very similar to one of the most famous white supremacist symbols is just mind-blowingly fucking stupid. So either he is so fucking stupid, number one, or he's doing this to troll. He knows this symbol looks like an Iron Cross. He knows people are going to perceive it looking like an Iron Cross, but he has plausible deniability. He can be like, no, it's not, man. It's a Georgian cross. It's totally fucking different. Like, you give a fuck about the history of Georgia or anything, because he don't. He ain't aiming for that fucking area. But it's like when Kekistan used the Nazi flag, and they changed the color to green, and people are like, that's the Nazi flag, dude. And they're like, it's green. It's totally different. Oh, my God, you snowflakes. You think everything is Nazi. So either he's a fucking idiot or he's purposely trolling. Or, I guess, number three, maybe he is doing this on purpose as a dog whistle to his racist fan base, I guess. I don't think that's true. I think probably the first two. But doing this basically is like if he were giving the same speech about how he's trying to separate himself from white supremacists and distance himself from anti-Semites, and he was wearing a shirt with this symbol on it. And he was like, it's not a fucking Nazi swastika. It's a Hindu swastika. It actually means peace. It's totally fucking different. You goddamn SJWs. You just see whatever you want to. You think everybody's a fucking Nazi. Look, it's totally different. It's got 4 dots on it, and it's facing a slightly different direction than this Nazi flag, right? So, guys, you're just seeing whatever you want to, and it's just like if he was fucking wearing that. Now, as I show you here, the context behind this is a clothing line by a Georgian, which I guess is a country, clothing designer. And the cross is supposed to be, the cross on this is supposed to be some kind of Georgian cross. And the funny part of this, I don't know if this is funny or not, but it's called the Bonisi cross, I guess, is from the SS-19 collection of Vetterment. It's from their collection called the SS19 collection. Now, I guess it's possible that that they didn't. I guess it's possible that when they put this cross on their clothing, that's not true though. There's no way they couldn't have known this looks like the Iron Cross, right? And it doesn't seem like there's any way that when they say it's from the SS19 collection that people want to associate SS19 and this cross. Now, full disclosure, using SS19, it stands for Spring Summer 19. Now, SS is a common abbreviation in the clothing industry, and it's used not just by this manufacturer, but by a lot of them. A lot of them use that SS year that the clothing's coming out as a abbreviation for their collection. But here's the thing, you don't have to use that. You can call it anything you want to. They could have built it as the Spring Summer collection instead of the SS collection, right? So it just seems, I guess maybe all this is just a coincidence, and they didn't mean for people to view it like this. But it's hard to think that they didn't, in my opinion. But I don't know, maybe they didn't. So anyway, obviously we all know what's happened. PewDiePie is talking about white supremacy and Jews, and are they requesting a kitten already? Oh, well, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Why don't we finish the PewDiePie section first and you come back? I guess people out there want cats, but we're not done with the PewDiePie section, so let's not do cats until we're done with the PewDiePie section. Anyway, so we all know what's fucking happened. Obviously, whether he meant it like that or not, the racist white supremacist that he's attracted in his fan base saw this as a dog whistle to them, right? Here is Stone Toss, who is a popular white nationalist, Nazi, Holocaust denier. That announcement, that caller, what a fucking king, yeah. He's giving a shout out to us with his Iron Cross, right? That's the way they see it. And the ADL, of course, not the ADL, the Gab, Gab.com, which is where most of the fucking Nazis are right now. When they got kicked off Twitter and when they got kicked off Facebook and all the other forums, they all basically went on Gab. So Gab is basically, you know, it's the racist website, right? They're all giving PewDiePie props. ADO exposed for hypocrisy and pushing online censorship. ADO not getting the 50K. PewDiePie fans happy. So much winning. Yeah, first they shit on him for agreeing to donate money to the ADL, and now they're all fucking happy they're racist and shit. But here's the worst one of them all, folks. This is the #1 most popular and most famous white supremacy website in the world, the Daily Stormer. And of course, they were fucking tickled pink. They immediately went public to call PewDiePie the new white savior, the new internet savior. He's basically their new guy. PewDiePie won't be giving nothing to criminal Jew ADL Greenblatt. Got trolled. Pew started the conversation on purpose. There was never any intention to give money to these kikes. PewDiePie will never cuck. PewDiePie will never betray the people. PewDiePie will destroy the kikes. PewDiePie is the holy savior of the internet. Check the cross on the collar, kikes. And remember that face. It's the face you're going to be seeing on gigantic posters everywhere when you're getting stuffed in gas chambers. Now, folks, I'm aware that the Daily Stormer is a very trollless website. You know, their entire point is, what can I do to trigger the liberals? What can I do to be edgy? This is like the pinnacle of edginess. This is where all edginess leads to. You cannot be more edgy than the Daily Stormer. And this is why I kind of started coming out against this fucking toxic troll edgy culture, just to be edgy, because these people are going to win every time. This is where it always fucking leads. Racism and saying violent bullshit. Because that's how you win the edge. How can you be more edgy than this? You can't. There's only one way to be more edgy. The whole point of being edgy for edgy's sake is to be the biggest fucking shithead you could possibly be, right? That's the whole fucking point of this. And there's only one way to be more of a bigger shithead than this, and that is to commit violence. And that's what a lot of these fucking people on 8chan, that's what a lot of these fucking mass shooters, that's what they've done. They know how to win this competition of edginess and to be the biggest shithead you can, and they're rewarded for it. They're rewarded for it as far as praise goes. The bigger the shithead you are on these sites like 8chan and 4chan and whatnot, the more patted on the back you get, the more you're seen as a hero in the group. And this is where this shit leads to, folks. So this is your fault, PewDiePie. It absolutely is your fault, because if you wanted these people to hate you, I promise you, these people would fucking hate you, all right? let's see. Am I ready to explain what he should do yet? Let me see. I guess I'll keep going and circle back to it. And here's Vaush. I agree with Vaush and what Vaush says here. Vaush says, enthusiastic reminder that in terms of your impact on the world, the only difference between being a neo-Nazi and constantly pandering to and failing to discourage your neo-Nazi audience is plausible deniability. And that's exactly right. As I've said, if you have a ton of fucking Nazis, white supremacists, bigots in your fucking audience, 100% your fault. Nobody is to blame but you, because absolutely you can control who you attract and who you repel. Fucking 100%. I'm proof of it, motherfuckers. I'm proof of it, right? How many fucking shitheads did I attract in my fan base, right? And how hard have I worked to repel these motherfuckers, and how good have I done it? Because they don't fucking like me anymore, do they? I took it fucking seriously. I went scorched earth after these motherfuckers because I was embarrassed by them. Your fans represent you, and I did not want these motherfuckers representing me. And if you don't want them representing you, don't want them destroying your reputation and your name, you actively fight back against them, which is what PewDiePie has not done. You know, short, vague statements about, hey, I'm not a white supremacist. That's not what this is about. That ain't going to cut it. You have to go to war, motherfucker. And we're going to go into more on that in a minute. We finish this on. But, this is fucking hilarious. So there's a bunch of fucking jokes they were making about PewDiePie. And this is one. PewDiePie accidentally puts on entire KKK uniform in the middle of a game stream, which, you know, is obviously a fucking joke. It's just taking a shot at PewDiePie. But here's the funny part. His fans, they're cult members. They're children and they're cult members. There's literally nothing this guy could do. This guy could come on stream and stab a kitten. And they would be like, dudes, calm down. He's just doing it for the memes. You guys don't have any sense of humor. It's just a fucking meme, bro. That's exactly what they'd fucking say. So even though this is clearly a fucking joke, they're still going to jump in and make a fucking excuse for him. Did people forget he did this as a joke? No, he didn't do this, period. You're just defending him anyway because you would defend anything. And people making fun of him, of course. You thought this event actually occurred and had an excuse ready to go? Yes, they did. Because that's PewDiePie fans. He's a god to them. They worship him like a god. It does not fucking matter what he does. It's real, like, it's impressive in a way, but then it's also scary in a way because this guy has such a, you know, large white supremacist fan base still. And this one's also kind of funny. PewDiePie apologizes for accidentally promoting alt-right figure PewDiePie. Yep, hate to see it, PewDiePie. Got to be more careful with who you're fucking promoting there, dude. That's sure bad. And of course, the response from the right was exactly what you would fucking predict. It's so fucking funny, man. So funny. Now, this is hilarious. These people are so predictable. When it's conservatives shitting on PewDiePie, they are woke people who simply have revolted against him. But the moment the left shits on him, then suddenly it's being canceled. And look here. This is I and Miles Wrong, and he's retweeting Mike Centervench. PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers. He donated 50,000 to the ADL. His entire fan base revolted. He pulled his donation. That's a lot of woke people, and they're using woke like in a positive way here. I guess they're trying to take that word over. What are they woke to? It's Mike Cernovich, so rapey Mike Cernovich. So guess what they're woke to? So when it's conservatives canceling him, they're simply just revolting against him, and they're just woke people. They're actually doing the right thing. They're the salt of the earth woke people. They're not canceling him by doing the exact same behavior that we accuse the left of canceling people over. But as soon as he pulled his donation, and the left had a problem with it. The left had a problem with all the white supremacists that he attracted. PewDiePie is canceled. He's canceled. The media says he is an anti-Semitic neo-Nazi for refusing to give his money to the professional grifters at the ADL. Also, he wore a shirt with the German Iron Cross on it. Nazi confirmed, according to historical illiterate morons. So it's just so funny, so predictable. Like I said, folks, it's a double standard here. There's a narrative here. If the left does exactly the same thing the right does, it's cancel culture, and the right are heroes for doing it. And that's why you have to stop feeding into this goddamn narrative. Like I said, 100 years from now, if we do not fucking fight back against this stupid, wrong narrative, they're going to still be beating us over the fucking head with it. And we're going to show, like later, fucking Seth MacFarlane, who I'm a big fan of, has come out complaining about cancel culture. I heard, what is that? It's not Trey Parker, Matt Stone, I think it is. Matt Stone from South Park came out bitching about cancel culture. Even popular liberals are doing this fucking shit now, dude. We have to stop this. We have to combat this shit. Fucking no, dudes. No. So, I want to tell PewDiePie, you don't actually have to give money to anybody You don't have to throw money at this problem. Okay? You have every tool at your disposal already to distance yourself from these people. All you have to do is be proactive with it. All you have to do is come out and tell your fan base, hey, look, I don't want any part of these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers are ruining my reputation. These motherfuckers are making me look bad. So I want to, I'm going to say, demand. I want to demand my PewDiePie army go out there and you fight these people for me. When you see this shit in my fucking forums, let me see. Give examples. Yeah, when you see people in my fucking forums spreading conspiracy theories about Jewish organizations, fucking mock them to death. You guys fucking run these motherfuckers out of my goddamn platform, okay? Please attack them. Go out and fucking make memes against them. Make them so embarrassed. Let them know you're not fucking welcome here. And then PewDiePie, you do it as well. You go through your fucking messages. You go through your fucking comments. You point these people out and you say, fucking no, dude. No. You're not a fan of mine. You're an enemy of mine. No. You are not somebody I want to be associated with. No. Fuck off. Tell all your friends to fuck off. And PewDiePie, what I suggest you do is to start a new campaign called Unsubscribe from PewDiePie, where you encourage your fans to mock these people and demand they unsubscribe from you. You should go to the Daily Stormer. You should post this. You should make a video. And you should say anybody who posts this article unironically in support, go attack them. Go mock them. Go ridicule them. Go post unsubscribe from PewDiePie. Make sure their entire fan base, everybody who supports this shit, destroy them. Destroy them. You have 101 million people. If you wanted these people to hate you, they would. The reason they don't hate you, the reason they love you, is because you have not done a good enough job of repelling them. It is your fault, and you have every fucking tool at your goddamn disposal to do it. The question is, why haven't you? And I think the answer is because he's afraid he's going to lose subscribers. He doesn't give enough of a shit. He doesn't give enough of a shit that multiple fucking shooters called his name out before they murdered people. Now, folks, if I had a large amount of white supremacists in my fan base, and if multiple white supremacist terrorists shouted out my name before they kill people, I could never make another video again until I made sure I rectified this situation. There's no way I could go play Minecraft and scream into my goddamn camera like a little 8-year-old and act like a fucking idiot before I made tons of fucking videos trying to repel these people. I'll be laying in bed, awake at night, just sitting there unable to sleep, racking my brain, trying to think of everything I could fucking do to make these goddamn people hate me. What the fuck is your problem, dude? How can you fucking sit there and play stupid video games without rectifying the situation? It's on you. You have a responsibility that you're not living up to. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm really going to talk about PewDiePie for right now. He could fix the situation if he wanted to. And he won't. And I doubt he will. For the same reason that, the same reason Shoe on Head won't come out and admit she was wrong for platform Lauren Southern and, apologize for it and explain to people why Lauren Southern's positions are racist and harmful, It's the same exact shit, right? It's the same reason Armor Skeptic won't come out and apologize for whitewashing white supremacist violence by saying Antifa was actually more violent than white supremacists. It's the same reason. They don't give a shit. They just want the money. They just want the fucking subs, dude. And we have to put social pressure on them to make them change this, right? It's up to us. Because they clearly don't give us shit enough to be decent human beings and do the right thing. So we have to hold them accountable. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. What do we think about PewDiePie? Dusty's so high. I'm actually not high at all. I don't smoke weed 8 hours before the show. So this is just my natural stupidity. Yo, Dusty, it's a Triple H logo. Yeah, I know, right? Sure it is. Sure it is. It's the umbrella symbol. The Umbrella Corporation, right? It's Resident Evil. Sure it is, right? The thing is, it doesn't even fucking matter what it is. What matters is how the white supremacists view it. If they view it as a dog whistle, you failed. You have to anticipate that way before you go on your fucking platform with 101 million goddamn subscribers and wear this shit, right? That's fucking up to goddamn you. White nationalist ain't nothing but a terrorist. Agreed. Matt Stone is Republican, last heard. Yes, I believe both those South Park guys are Republicans. Yep, they're Republicans. Cult of Dusty is an ass. Hells yeah, I am. Got a big old ass, and I'm an ass. Can't wait for Dusty to donate 50K to a Jewish charity. Own pubes. I wish I had 50K. Like, I was going to stay up all night and play Borderlands 3. Borderlands is my most favorite game of all time. God, I love that game so much. And Borderlands 3 just came out last night. And I was going to stay up all night playing it, but I didn't because it turns out I can't afford it right now, unfortunately. I had some other things that popped up dealing with the animals where my money went to, and the last show I didn't really make very much money off of, so I can't really afford the game right now. So for those who are playing it, maybe next month I'll be able to get it. Maybe we can play together. It'll be fun. I'll save up for it. What else we got here? I love you, Dusty. I love you, Brian Gaducci. Not Republicans, Libertarian. Yeah, it's not really much of a difference. You foolish person. Hell yeah. All right. Let's read the super chats. Super chats. Super chats. See what we got here. Awesome Gaming. Who do you think won the third dim debate? Also, do you think PewDiePie is alt-right? Nah, I don't think PewDiePie is alt-right. I think PewDiePie is an anti-SJW. And I think he's been influenced by a lot of the people that are on the alt-right. Like, he was following Stefan Mjolnuts. You know, obviously, he was influenced by this. He's obviously influenced by Lauren Southern. He's obviously influenced by Ben Shapiro and all these other people he's following. Sure. But I think but do I actually think PewDiePie is himself racist? Well, yes, but in the same way, I think everybody's racist. Do I think he's more racist than the average person? Probably not. But I don't know. I don't know what's in fucking PewDiePie's mind. So maybe he is. Maybe he is, like, dog whistling and feeding in to what he knows is a white supremacy fan base, kind of like Trump does. But I think it's probably just the fact that he's self-absorbed and incredibly fucking stupid and just doesn't care about living up to his responsibility. That's what I think. But, like, I don't know. This old video from 2012 to early 2015. Okay, cool. Cyan, $5. PewDiePie is Swedish, right? Why does it sound like he's trying a German accent? I have no idea. I'm guessing it's not on purpose. Thank you for that. John A. gave me $10. Pews did nothing wrong, LOL. He's just a normal dude that wants to play Minecraft. Take my money and read this out loud. All right, well, but that's not true. PewDiePie is not a normal dude. When you have 100 million fans, you are no longer a normal dude. Just like Joe Rogan is not a normal dude. When you have the #1 podcast in the world, you're not a normal dude anymore. You have a giant fucking platform, which you now have an incredible fucking responsibility for. You don't get to just whitewash your poor decision making, but I'm just a normal fucking dude. No. No. If you can't live up to the responsibility of your platform, you should fuck off, in my opinion. You are dangerous. So that's my opinion on that. Edgar Allan Poe, he had the opportunity to tell his fans that this behavior isn't okay by going through with the donation. That's what a non-racist would do at least. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he shouldn't have offered to give the money in the first place. And he's fucked this thing up from Jump Street. He made it way worse than it ever would have been. So that's on him, right? Ben Davis, same as the SJW nonsense. I assume you're talking about cancel culture. And yes, SJW is just basically ad hominem that's used to dehumanize anybody you disagree with. It's not even a term that I use anymore or respect in any meaningful way. Rave Dubin, $5. Because encouraging a mass unsubscribing campaign is not the same. Not the same as what? I don't understand that comment, but thank you for that. Awesome Gaming, $5. The Pepe the Frog, the person who created it, said he hated the right wing meme of it. Yeah, I think he tried to sue, right? He even killed Pepe the Frog off eventually, but that didn't matter. You know, they'd already taken his meme over. I think he even sued Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones made a book about Pepe the Frog, and he sued Alex Jones successfully. So, poor guy. I hate to see his work get taken over by chuds. Bulletproof Blouse says, hey, Dusty, love the show, and I get to see it live for once. Well, thank you for joining me, Bulletproof. Appreciate it. I guess thanks to Classic WoW for that. So, would you rather burp bubbles or fart rainbows? Oh, God, I'd rather fart a rainbow, definitely. That sounds fun. Burping bubbles sounds like that'd be just disgusting. Fart rainbows would be cool as shit. I'm sure my girlfriend would much appreciate that to the reality of the situation. Thank you for that. And Asher Scott, 382. Here is some Borderlands money. I appreciate that, Asher Scott. I will save it up. I think it's like $65 or something with tax, so I'll have to save my pennies. Appreciate that. More super chats, please. Please consider supporting the show. The support's been kind of light the last few shows, and I'm going to continue to try to do it as long as I can, but please help if you can. Appreciate that. So let's see. The chat looks like it's scrolling really quick. Oh, I keep forgetting to check the other chat. We have the Twitch chat and the Facebook chat over here, too. So we have like two different chats going. I remember someone showing that he did unfollow a bunch of alt-right people after either this or he unfollowed them after I called assassinate for it. Because you have moral Dusties and he doesn't. Well, I mean, maybe. But even if he doesn't have morals, social pressure can change his actions. So we can put it on him. I'm just going to wear a robe all day. I don't blame you. I would do that as well. Alright, cool. Let's see what the chat has to do. Next up, we're going to shit on TJ a little bit about some racist shit. Or maybe it's not racist. Maybe I am just overblowing everything, which is completely possible. I will present my case, and you guys can decide what you think about it. Honestly, Dusty used to be awesome, but then he moved out of Denver. Seriously, if you think I was more awesome in Denver than I am now, then you're probably a really shitty person. Because I was not a good person when I lived in Denver at all. You know, and I'm a way better person now, so that says way more about you than me, to be honest with you. That's cringe, dude. I'm glad Dusty left Mississippi. Mississippi is filled with conservators. I'm right where I should be. I'm in Mississippi again. You know, you need to be where the disease is if you think you have the cure to it, right? I think I am the inoculation, so I'm right where I'm supposed to be. All right, let's move on to TJ. So, several people messaged me this week. People love to, they love to tattle on other YouTubers to me. Like, TJ's being racist, Dusty, get it. Man, like, I don't mind. You guys can do that. You guys can fucking tattle on other people to me. You know, I'll fucking call them out for it if I agree with you. And I had several people who were, some of them were minorities, a couple black people. They messaged me this clip. I'll show it to you in a minute, and I'm going to tell you what their problem with it was. But they actually sent me some other things, too, right? Let's scroll down here and find it. So, you guys remember this racist cartoon of Serena Williams, where they have her with, you know, nappy hair and big lips and exaggerated black features, you know, stereotypical racist black features. Obviously, this is a racist cartoon, right? Can you just let her win, you know, because she's throwing a fucking tantrum? This is racist, right? Anybody can see, yeah, that's just classic fucking racism, except for TJ, who is like, they're like pointing it out. This is a completely gross depiction of Serena Williams. This is classic Jim Crow era sexist, racist image. Does nothing but display the complete disrespect of the superstar and perpetuate the stereotype of an angry black, which TJ responds, her behavior perpetuated the stereotype. No, TJ. No. She got mildly upset briefly at this judge and spoke loud to him. That is not perpetuating a stereotype of racist imagery towards black people, motherfucker. Like, see, TJ, whether you like it or not, there is a white supremacist power structure that has been created in the United States, right? And it's very easy to understand how this happened. People, by default, are tribal. I believe this is probably an evolutionary construct, right? When you group together in a group, you have a greater survival rate. When you have kind of an us versus them, as long as your group, the in group, is like more powerful than the other group, by being associated with that group, you have a better chance of survival and prosperity than the other group. And race is an incredibly easy thing to section ourselves and join together with, because you don't have to think about it. You can see a person, ooh, he's white, I'm white, hey, we have something similar, we're in the same group together, it's us against those people over there, boom. Tribalism without even thinking about it, racism without even thinking about it, and it's, you know, in my opinion, like I said, an evolutionary, almost a defect, in my opinion. So, because of this, there's a system that's been set up. A lot of it without people even thinking about it. It's not even a conscious thing where somebody says, oh, I'm going to go out and set up a white power system that's going to help other white people. It's not even about that. It's something that's done completely subconsciously, right? But it's obviously why you're doing it, right? This white power system, me helping other white people and other white people helping me, it helps us all, right? We all benefit from it, so it all, you know, it helps to perpetuate itself. Very easy to understand. And if you're not helping to dismantle it, you're part of the problem. Sorry, that's the truth. And I'm sorry, but you are part of the problem, TJ. You continuously, I don't care how much you say, I'm not racist, I made out with black people one time. Whatever the fuck you say, dude. You help perpetuate racist bullshit continuously, in my opinion. And you should be called out for it, and you should not do it. And this is one example. I'm going to give another example here. I'll just play the video for you, and then I'll comment on the video after this. Basically, TJ is explaining why he thinks racism is okay. Seriously.
Why are all of y'all afraid of black people? I don't want your purse. I just want the same pay rate.
We're probably afraid of black people because they're statistically more likely to commit crimes like theft. For instance, in 2011, 35,443 white people were arrested for robbery, whereas 45,827 black people were arrested for robbery. This is despite the fact that blacks make up only 12% of the population. Now, personally, I believe in treating people as individuals, not racial identities. But I don't think it's hard to see why some white people get nervous around black people.
And that's racist as fuck. What you're saying is so racist. There's such a small percentage of the population of black people that commit crimes. It's less than 1%. It's a very small percentage. And what you're saying is, I understand why people are racist against black people, because they're blaming the 99% who did nothing fucking wrong for what the 1% did. That's totally fucking normal and okay, isn't it? No, it's not. That's fucking race. That's fucking the essence of fucking racism, dude. Blaming the majority of fucking honest, law-abiding citizen people, saying you understand why people are scared of them because of what a small minority did. You're fucking helping perpetuate racism. 100 fucking %, dude. I mean, seriously, he's basically saying, hey, if you black people don't want people to be afraid of you, you should stop committing all the crimes that you're not committing, because 99% of them ain't fucking committing shit. They're law-abiding good citizens just like fucking everybody else. Now, yes, because of the hundreds of years of oppression and demonization and the very, very poor condition the black community finds itself in because of this, they do have an elevated level of crime, which is completely to be understandable, right? Because their whole society, their whole culture did not grow up in a vacuum. It grew up with all these outside pressures that caused it to happen. But at the same time, the vast majority of them, completely normal, law-abiding good people. And for you to say, I understand. Hey, I understand why people are racist. Black people be committing crimes, yo. That's fucking racism, dude. Nobody should have to explain this to you, TJ. Nobody should fucking have to explain this to you. Bad, TJ. Bad. So that brings us to the next thing. So this is the thing that several people sent me this, right? And several of them were black people, and they had a problem with
Oklahoma's.
it. And so I took TJ to task for it on Twitter, and a lot of people had a problem taken from the task. A lot of people said that I took him out of context, and a lot of people said this wasn't racist at all. There's no problem. So basically what he's doing here, he's covering the same story I covered on my last show, where the reporter was talking to her black co-host on a news show. And she basically said that I guess it was a gorilla on the screen reminded her of him because the pictures the gorilla took was real up close. And so then the next day she did a real big apology. She was crying, and her apology actually seemed sincere to me. But TJ wants to fucking mock this shit. He doesn't think her apology is sincere whatsoever. So what he does is he takes a picture of a chimpanzee that is of the same angle and the same facial expression of the picture he has on the screen of the black guy. And he drags the picture of the chimpanzee over into the screen. He doesn't say anything, but clearly the reason he's doing this is, maybe they do look a little like, maybe, And then the whole point of this is he's using this as a prop for a lame joke he's going to make, where he's going to make a fake apology to mock this newscaster. And a lot of black people had a problem with him dragging this picture of a chimp into the screen next to the black person, and the chimp's clearly posed in a similar, I'll show you. He says he didn't go out and find this picture. Well, let me just show you, okay? I don't have to fucking talk about it. I can just show you. I'm gonna show you first, and then I'll play the whole clip so you guys can see, and I can't be accused of taking him out of context. Let's see if I can find it here. Where does he do this? There we go. So yeah, he grabs this picture and he drags it over. Now, he claims he did not go out and find this picture of this chimpanzee that was at the exact same angle as this guy, making the exact same facial expression with the eyes pointed exactly the same direction. He claims he just happened to have this picture open on his screen, and it just happened to be composited so similar to this one just by coincidence. That's his claim. Okay, maybe that's true. I guess how gullible you are depends on how much you believe that story. But anyway, a lot of people had a problem with this. A lot of people were like, okay, well, he's clearly making his fan base think that it's okay to drag pictures of chimps next to black people as props for your joke. And we see this repeated time and time again in the anti-SJW community. This is something they do constantly, right? And he is the father of this community. I've showed you lots of examples of how racist and transphobic, homophobic, bigoted this fucking community is. And this is something they do all the time. And it's their heroes. People like TJ give them permission in their minds to do this. They're like, oh, TJ's doing it. TJ drags pictures of chimps next to black people for his jokes. Why can't I do it? It's just jokes, bro. Well, the reason you don't do it, right, is because comparing black people to apes and monkeys and stuff, next to the N-word, is probably the second most demonizing thing they've had to experience in the history of racism, right? It's directly been used to dehumanize them. So it justifies racism against them and the cruel treatment other people have put upon them. And so, you know, people were also like, Dusty, he calls fucking, what is that guy's name? Oh, Pat Robertson a monkey all the time. What's the difference? Well, the difference is Pat Robertson is not a black person, and there's historical context why it's much, much worse to compare black people to monkeys and apes, or to use this as props for your jokes, than it is to do it for white people. You know, historical context, right? You know, that whole historical context thing that exists. You have to take that all into account, right? And that's how you have to be if you want to be a nuanced person who views reality in a realistic way. So anyway, that's the whole thing of his joke. Now I'm going to play this whole clip for you real quick, and you guys can decide if you have a problem with it or not. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this is no problem. Maybe this is just jokes. Maybe this is fine to do. I'm open to that possibility. I'm just telling you what the position of a lot of the minorities that messaged me, we had conversations about it. That's what they said, and I understand their point. And now I've related it to you. Now here's the clip.
Alex Houston and Jason Hackett. I'm here this morning.
I already hate her.
Oh my God.
I already hate this.
I'm here this morning.
This is so carefully
look at that
crafted.
face.
And look at his face.
Look at that
He's
face,
like,
dude.
You know what?
Call me a gorilla.
He has the look of a guy that doesn't even want to fucking do this or be there. Like, okay, I have to go through this bullshit apology now.
I mean, dude, this whole thing is...
It's embarrassing.
A bucket o' cringe. Can we actually watch the
gaff?
The happening? Oh, God. Oh, God, no! What are you doing, TJ?
It was on the other screen slipped onto that screen for a second.
TJ, that was inappropriate, and you should apologize. Hold on. Work up some tears, TJ. And apologize to this man.
Okay, so during the course of the show, another window that happened to be open slid into the window, and it accidentally made a comparison that I think a lot of people might interpret as being offensive. And I do not feel that way.
I do not accept your racist
Let's hear how
apology.
bad this gets.
I don't... Look,
can you do it?
Let me just tell you something.
How long?
All right, that's the clip. No reason to play the rest of it. But anyway, what do you guys think? You guys have a problem with that, or is that completely fine? And the sad thing is, these guys are almost 40, right? It's just... Their entire show just seems like they're trying to be edgy children still. And I guess there's a market for that. I mean, like I said before, kids seem to love that shit. Ooh, edgy. Funny, edgy. But to me, it's just cringe as fuck. I don't know. Not my thing, but I guess if you like that, different strokes for different folks. So, anyway, what we got to say about that? I don't think TJ is racist. I think he is an idiot pretending to be an intellectual. Well, either way, like I said, if you're not helping to dismantle the white power structure, you're a part of the problem. And if you're continuously spreading bullshit like this, or, you know, you're helping racism to spread, you're not helping to end it. So, TJ is cringe personified. Yep, agreed. Ignore the troll. Okay. Well, I mean, do we want to ignore racism, or do we want to call it out? I don't think if you ignore it, it goes away. Apes or humans are all primates. I mean, true, but it still has been used to demonize them specifically. So there's a context where you can't just say that because it's stupid to ignore the context of how it's been used historically, isn't it? It makes you an idiot to try to pretend like it hasn't been used in that context. It's not fine, Destiny. These guys are assholes. I agree. That's my position. You foolish. Yep, I am foolish. That is very true. Who's TJ? TJ is the Amazing Atheist. He used to be on Drunken Peasants, and now they have a new show called Deep Fat Fried. She is sincere, and they are friends. He forgave her on air, but I am sure much more needs to be done to strengthen that relationship. Fuck TJ. Agreed. Fuck TJ. And he claims it's not racist. He claims, and it's fan base. And this is fan base shit on me. A lot of them are like, Dusty, that's not racist. This is beneath you, Dusty. It's beneath you to call this out. I dare you to call this out, Dusty. You're just so fucking cringe, Dusty. You're just trying to be relevant by jumping on TJ's clout. I'm like, okay, well, like black people sent me this fucking video and wanted me to comment on it. What you want me to do, dudes? Kyle still likes TJ for some reason. Huh? Different strokes, different folks. What you gonna do? I don't know. You're hurting the anti-racist cause by being too sensitive. Okay, that's possible, I guess. TJ is beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's see what the super chats have to say. Super chats. Hope this helps with your game logic. Oh, it really helps, man. I really appreciate it. Maybe I can get some money up and going. Depends on how much. Like most of this money I'm getting, if it's not a lot, it'll all go to the animals, like every bit of it, because like there's a minimum I have to make to fund this whole operation here. You know, I have like 22 mouths to feed. So, but if I can save enough money, I'll definitely get it. But you know, gaming is not a huge priority. The animals are more my priority, so I appreciate that. $2 Nazi sympathizers, man. Pewdie and the lot. I appreciate that, Scuzzy. Hopefully we can make them change. Rocket6923 says, for my context on the Hotep Jesus guy I mentioned a while back, try Googling Hotep Jesus BLM and look for the tweet where he says MAGA cleaned up Baltimore before BLM. Yeah, I've seen those Hotep people before. They're racist as shit, man. They're kind of funny, though. I mean, you know, in a really racist way. Anyway, more super chats, please. Let's see what we got here. How far are we into the show? Oh, my God. Holy fuck, dude. What time? Is it really 9:15 already? Well, we only got 45 minutes left to go. All right, that's fine. So you guys seen this shit? Holy shit. This is some fucking fascism if I ever fucking saw it. This is a video that Rudy Giuliani put out. I think it might have been I'm not sure if it was a t-shirt commercial originally or something or what it fucking was. But basically, let me just play it. Maybe you guys can see it for yourself and see if you believe that it's fascist.
Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than
Lord, that's fucking creepy as shit. This cop basically about to beat the shit out of protesters. People, you know, basically just exercising their First Amendment because he's all fucking nationalized. That's fascism, dude. But, you know, this is Trump's lawyer. Trump just came out recently and put out a meme out joking about doing a third term, right? Fucking fascist as shit. And this is why people are fighting fascism, folks. We have fascists in the White House. Fascists are taking over this country. This is not a drill. Red alert, motherfuckers. Red alert. And, Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah, this is a guy you definitely want to hug up on and help advertise and make more famous, isn't it? What an amazing fellow this is.
And being educated, there's nothing to be proud about. It really isn't. It's, it builds the ego, especially with women. It builds their egos, and they really believe that they can be better and are better than men. And so that's why these men who are marrying these so-called educated women, they're turning their husbands into housewives. You know, they make them stay home, they make them babysit, they make them cook, they make them clean, they make them be the woman, and then when the woman come home, the man is stressed out. And complaining just like the woman. But a real woman would not be on an ego trip. She would be happy to be a wife and a mother, and she would love the fact that her husband is the head of her because she loves the order of God. But these educated women are not like that. I would never, unless she's been born again, never marry an educated woman. You marry Satan's daughter.
Satan's daughter. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm sure all the women are okay to take that hit, Jesse Lee Peterson. Seriously, like, what fucking decent woman wants you in any way? But, yeah, this is the misogynistic, sexist bullshit put out by these motherfuckers. And I'm just saying, folks, maybe let's not hug these people and be friends and try to normalize and downplay how horrible and evil they are. Because that's really what you're doing by pretending like they're somebody to be respected, to be in pictures with and hugged on and be friendly with. They're not. You should not be friendly with these people. Fuck these people. And if you are friendly with this motherfucker, fuck you. because you are becoming part of the problem. We have to make these motherfuckers pay a social penalty. And by by being friends with them, by being friendly with them, you're making them think, hey, my behavior is acceptable. Because even though I'm being a fucking sexist, misogynistic shithead, people are still friendly to me. This guy who's a leftist is being real fucking nice to me. I think so. It's obviously okay what I'm doing, but it's not fucking okay. Don't be friends with these motherfuckers, you know? It doesn't seem like that complicated, folks. It's obvious how we can use social pressure to change people's behavior, and by hugging up on them, be friends with them, that's not how you fucking do it, right? Don't be fucking friends with racists and misogynists and sexists. And here's a hilarious video. The power of prayer, people. Holy fucking shit. Talking about a guy. I'll just play it.
For all of y'all, they can't tell me to get out of my vehicle. It's not considered my homestead. It's considered something different. But this is why I need protection right here. I'm doing nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Jesus is going to save him, folks. You just know it.
I love y'all. Just pray for me.
We are. We're praying for you, brother.
Just pray for me. If they shoot me, it's because everything that's going on. It's because I'm an honest man. I love you all.
If they shoot me, it's because I'm so honest.
My hands are up. My hands are up in the air. I'm not doing anything. Please just pray for me. Please, somebody tag in Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me.
Oh, God. They think Donald Trump's a superhero or something. He's going to appear. But nope, Donald Trump ain't helping you, motherfucker. And Jesus ain't helping you, motherfucker.
I told you it would be broke. Yes, sir.
Shocker, folks. Just like every other time in history somebody's prayed to Jesus, he didn't help them with a goddamn shit.
Sir. I'm a believer in the Lord. I'm the Lord's child. I promise you.
No one gives a shit.
I promise you. I'm not trying to resist. Okay, but listen. My wallet's right here. Okay, leave your hands right here.
What a fucking idiot. Oh, God. But entertaining, at least. At least it's funny. So fucking delusional. God damn it. When you gonna give up this Jesus shit? He's obviously not fucking helping you. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but I guess John Travolta is in a new movie called what the fuck's it called? Something like the Superfan or the Creep or something. I don't know what it is. But this movie, I think this movie was written by Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, of all fucking people. Fred Durst. And it's about, I guess, a crazy fan that was stalking him or something. And oh my God, John Travolta. Like, my favorite movie of all time is Pulp Fiction. And I thought John Travolta was so good at that. But like, he is a horrible actor. Oh my God, this is so bad. Let's watch how bad this is.
No, don't read it! Don't read it! Don't read it! Don't read it! Ow! Help! Don't help! Help! Just stop hitting me! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a nosebleed. That's bad. That's bad. I had a nosebleed.
It is bad.
It wasn't fun.
Oh, God, yes. Just like this movie. It's not fun. What are you thinking, John Travolta shit? First, you think a girl's Taylor Swift that ain't Taylor Swift and try to give her an award that don't belong to her, and now you're in this fucking cringe-ass movie that was written by Fred Durst. Come on, John Travolta. Get your shit together, dude. Your life can't possibly be going that bad. Where's that Pulp Fiction money? Retire already if you can't do better than that, dude. Seriously. Let's see. We only have about 30. I've got about 40 minutes left. So let me just pick out the best of the best here. We're gonna shit on Tim Pool, but I'm kind of sick of Tim Pool, so let's skip Tim Pool. Oh, I thought this was kind of funny. It's a funny comment by Honest Red. Cops shut down massive 3,000 person game of hide and seek at IKEA, but did the cops shut it down, or did they get conned into playing? Good question, folks. You can't really break up the game of hide and seek unless you actually go in there and find all the people that are hiding, right? So, clever move, hide and seekers at IKEA. You go, dudes. And, not to shit on Vaush too much. Like, I'm starting to feel bad about it a little bit. We're going to, in the weeks to come, we're going to dial back the shitting on Vaush a little bit. But seriously, another example of when he says that conservatives don't fucking cancel other conservatives, when he says that conservatives don't attack other conservatives, I think Milo would disagree with you. Milo's like, Gab, relentlessly exhausting, hostile, and jam-packed, full of teen racists who totally dictate the tone and discussion. I can't post without being called a pedo-kike infiltrator half a dozen times. So yes, as I said, the right is even worse than the left when it comes to this, what you call cancel culture, which is just a bullshit thing that doesn't actually exist. There's tons and tons and tons of fucking examples of this. What happened to Tommy Lauren when she came out, and it turned out her freedom line wasn't actually made in America. She got fucking shit on by other conservatives really fucking hard. Tim Pool last week came out against PragerU. I actually agree with Tim Pool. He had a good point. He's basically calling PragerU out about how you don't have to believe in God to think murder is wrong, and got shit on horribly by his right-wing fan base over that. You know, they said way more mean things to him over that, and in a much larger volume than anything that was said to fucking ContraPoints. But it's not called cancel culture, because when conservatives do it, there is a different set of rules. So we have to quit playing into this, and you got to drop that talking point, Vaush. It's a bad one. It's one. I mean, if you keep saying that, then I'm gonna have to keep pointing out example after example after example that prove how wrong you are. And so, yeah, it'll be fun for me, but not advised. And next, we're gonna talk about Bill Burr. Well, let me check the chat first. We'll talk about Bill Burr next. Let me check the chatty chat. What's the chatty chat saying? So Trump's products are manufactured in the USA. I think Trump's products now mostly are manufactured in the USA. I think before they were manufactured in China, most of them. I know his Thai line was, and some of it was made in Mexico, but I think he's moved it to the United States now. So, another not to shit on Vaush too much. Yeah, I know I keep saying that, but like I said, I don't really have that much of a problem with it. It's a friendly rivalry, in my opinion. Wow, don't ban Nazis and you get too many Nazis. All right. Let's see if we have any super chats real quick. I got a few. Good morning. Hey, Rich Uncle from Norway. What's up? I love my rich uncle from Norway. My favorite person. Good morning to you. What time is it over there in Norway? You having a good day, man? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Good to see you. I guess in that guy's case, Jesus didn't save. Yep, just like everybody else's case, right? Always happens the same. Jesus is a fucking dickhead. Ain't never going to help you. Thank you, Rave Dubin. Rave Dubin also says, when it comes to Jesse Lee Peterson, you have to treat a clown like a clown. No, I don't think so. Because other people don't see him like that, right? I mean, I think taking him unseriously, I think it's okay to mock him and make fun of him, if that's what you mean. Treating him like a clown in that way. But pretend like other people don't take him seriously and he doesn't justify other people's racism, I think is a big mistake. And, like, I would hug up against the clown, but I wouldn't hug up against Jesse Lee Peterson. You laugh at him and you never take him or his opinion seriously. Well, I mean, I don't take him seriously, but I'm not going to hug up on him and pretend like he's, like, harmless, because he's not harmless at all. Fuck no, he's not. Go read his fucking comments on his videos and stuff. He literally gives racist an excuse to be racist. To me, he's more dangerous than Richard Spencer. That's my opinion. Anyway, thank you for that. Zai, $20. Hey, thanks, Zai. That's very generous. Appreciate the man. Who would win in a fight? Oh, good lord. Jisuki or Janana. Also, Borderlands money. Woohoo! I might be able to afford Borderlands soon. Who would win in a fight? Let me take a look at these two dudes. Oh, shit. You misspelled it. You were close. Alright, let me think of who would win between these two dudes. I gotta go with... I'm gonna go with the dude with the lipstick, because he's obviously really secure in who he is, which probably ups his power level. Even this guy looks pretty secure too, though. I don't know. They're both pretty. I don't know. I'd like to see them have sex. Is there any? I'm sure there's like videos of that out there. It's the internet. So Rule 13, is that what it is? Let's check that out later. Let's see. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Zai. Ben Davis. TJ is so disappointing. We've got a problem excusing and rationalizing bigotry these days. It's a national sport. Yeah, like, I wish these people that were the heroes of the anti-SJW community would start speaking out against this fucking monster they created. I'm going to show another example in a minute, but it's just, it's bad, folks. It's an incredibly racist, bigoted community that needs to be called out, but the people that can call it out, the people that actually have influence, the people that are here, these people, they ain't doing shit about it, man, because they don't really give a fuck. they're afraid to lose numbers and money, and so they don't really give a shit about doing the right thing, and it's really depressing to see. Jim Myers, give me $10. Hope this helps your game logic. I think I already read that, but thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right. Rave Dubin, only thing out of line that I say about Tim Pool is telling him to wash that dirty beanie of his. Yep. He says he has multiple ones and he claims he washes them, but he really just needs to be, like, secure in his baldness. Or, you know, he makes tons of fucking money. Just go get a fucking hair transplant like I did, dude. Look, my hair was totally bald. I was so bald. You can't believe how fucking bald I was. And look at my fucking beautiful head of hair now. It only costs like $5,000, dude. Tim Pool got $5,000. Now, you can't tell me Tim Pool ain't got no fucking $5,000. That's why I always wonder why Donald Trump does the come over. You're a billionaire, right? Why don't you go fucking get a hair transplant? I don't understand that shit. Anyway, so Bill Burr came out with a new comedy special on Netflix, was paid multi-millions of dollars to complain about call-out culture. The same exact shit. I mean, it's every fucking Netflix stand-up special, right? Everyone's the fucking same now. It's all these rich, middle-aged men, for the most part, complaining about how they aren't allowed to say anything anymore while they say whatever they want to in front of millions of people and get paid millions of dollars for it. Just the biggest fucking snowflakes complaining about other people being snowflakes. It's absolutely ridiculous. But here's the strange thing. He was on Bill Maher's show 5 months ago, and he said exactly the fucking opposite of what he's now saying in his stand-up. I'm going to show you. Here we go.
And you know, I've always enjoyed you. I think you're a great comic. But I thought tonight maybe we would, like, sort of share a cry together because I think we have something in common, which is that we think political correctness may be ruining comedy, or at least threatening it. Because I know you've had your problems with that. And you did a routine recently about how women like it rough. And then, of course, the internet police got all over you.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't notice if that happened because I don't pay attention to it. I don't read comments.
Happened. Yeah, they hated you.
Yeah, but who did?
The haters.
This is my thing. Who? Like
the
20
haters.
people? Like 20 people with a hashtag can get like a news story going now. And I just don't think, there's no problem. Like the amount of times somebody tells a joke and they'll say that there's a controversy at a comedy club. That's funny is they'll show the clip on the news and like you hear the crowd laughing. So the comic is basically guilty of telling a joke that worked.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then if you put it on the news, yeah, it's going to be a completely different context. But I mean, I don't go on stage and worry about what people are thinking. Right. It's a really weird time where people are just bringing this up all the time like this is a major problem. I'm not experiencing it. I think it's like a half a dozen stories, and like usual, they're trying to act like, you know, the sky is falling. It isn't. It's a fun time. Come out to a comedy club. You know, you'll have a good time. It's all jokes.
All right, so that's what he said 5 months ago, but now Netflix is suddenly paying him millions and millions of dollars, and
90 minutes. Now I'm excited to be here. I am. It's very exciting to be doing stand-up outside of my own country. Yeah, no, not because of you. That's how it's become. Fucking U.S., everything's so goddamn, every fucking joke you tell. Well, what did you mean about that? I didn't go to the gym today. Are you calling me fat? I feel fucking triggered. Gotta fucking apologize to everybody.
So he's just doing exactly the same thing everybody else is doing now. He got that Netflix money, and what Joe Rogan did, what fucking Ricky Gervais did, what Dave Chappelle did, now fucking Bill Burr's doing. They're all fucking following the same game plan. Let's make that fucking chud money, right? Who cares? Who cares if it's true or not? Who cares if we said exactly the opposite 5 months ago? Money, right? It's just real disappointing. And I actually thought most of his stand-up was okay. It wasn't great. I watched the whole thing, and I did a whole play-by-play by it, but he's just bitching about cancel culture again, just like fucking everybody else is doing, and it's sad to see. It's sad to see how hacky these motherfuckers have become. But at least he didn't tell the attack helicopter joke, so I give him credit for that. But that's about the only thing I'll give him for this, because clearly, sellout. I think that's the word I want to use. You just said it wasn't a problem. You just said you didn't notice. You just said all this, and then you're changing your tune because you want that money. So, anybody else see the Bill Burr special? What do we fucking think about that? Sellouts to humanity, yeah, I know. Ha ha ha, people are so triggered. I know, it's such fresh material. They're literally all telling the same fucking jokes now. And they're like, the only reason you're not laughing at it because you don't have a sense of humor. No, I'm not laughing at it because you're literally all telling the same exact lame-ass jokes. It's not fun anymore. It wasn't funny a long time ago. I mean, it was done. It's the same shit they told on YouTube in 2015. You know? We've been immersed in this for years now. It's old. Like, and you're getting paid millions of dollars to say this lame-ass hacky shit? It's not because I don't have a sense of humor, dude. It's because it ain't funny, in my opinion. But I don't know. Dusty Labmaster, that's the most offensive thing Bill Burr has said. I'm not really sure that's true. That will be his next special. Yeah, probably. I mean, I was proud to see him stand up against Bill Maher. Bill Maher wanted to complain about cancel culture, and Bill Burr actually stood up to him about it. And I was like, holy shit. That's fucking awesome, dude. You're actually one of the few people that are actually standing up to this bullshit narrative. And then to see him just cave and jump right into it with both feet when he makes millions of dollars, it's really sad to see. He changed it 6 months later, not a day later, Dusty. Okay, well, maybe over the 6 months, he completely changed his mind about the whole thing. Or maybe he's just a sellout that's cashing in on the money. That's what I fucking think. I mean, he's been doing stand-up for how many years? And just in the last 6 months, he completely changed his opinion on it? Hell no. Seems like Cult of Dusty doesn't follow Burr. I've seen some of Bill Burr's stuff. I'm fairly familiar with him. Bill Burr was, what was he known for? What, nothing, LOL? That's a sentence that doesn't make any sense to me. Alright. You guys aren't saying anything interesting. That is your fault. The left didn't wreck comedy, just their version. True that. Thank you for that, Baron. I think popularity in stand-up has gone down. So these guys say the same anti-PC narrative to appeal to the same people who get conservative rage. I mean, maybe, but I mean, they've never made more money. Like Dave Chappelle just made $40 million, man. So, yeah, that seems pretty fucking popular to me. I don't think for Junkyard Dog. Muggerfugger says, where can you get a hair transplant for $5,000? I got my hair transplant at the Hair Institute in Denver. About 5 years ago. I don't know if it still costs $5,000, but I'm sure it doesn't cost much more than that. They did a pretty good job as far as I'm concerned. I was going to fly to Vietnam to get it done because compared to what most places charge, which is a shit ton, you can actually fly. You can buy a ticket to Vietnam and get the hair transplant cheaper than you can get it in America. But the hair transplant center in Denver was very, very cheap, and they were one of the cheapest places in the world, and that's where I had mine done. So, Awesome Gaming gave me $1. Thank you, Awesome Gaming. Appreciate that. All right. Move on. So, Marianne Williamson. I feel bad because I fucking gave Marianne Williamson like a shout out, right? I was impressed by her appearance on the Dave Rubin show. I thought she did a great job. And now she's basically going on the cancel culture shit too. She's all pissed off that we made fun of her for saying that thoughts and prayers can change hurricanes. Yeah, because that's dumb. That's really fucking stupid. And now she's complaining and whining because fucking liberals are meaning to her over it. And here's what she said when she did not know her mic was on.
Does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are?
I'm sorry?
What does it say? That the conservatives are nicer to me?
It's a bizarre world, man.
It's such a bizarre world.
Obviously, conservatives are going to be nicer to you when you say prayer can stop hurricanes than fucking liberals are. Obviously, the Christian conservative right is going to be more open to that same bullshit than people who are logical-minded. Good Lord. Maybe stop being a moonbat for 5 seconds and the left will be nicer to you, right? And also, come out and talk mad shit about Trump. See how kind the right is to you when you do that shit. All right? Obviously, it's just silly, dude. The fuck are you even talking about? Quit whining. Quit saying stupid shit and people will stop calling you out for stupid shit, right? Pretty easy. What is this? Oh, yeah. Speaking of cancel culture, Blair White jumping on the fucking whole ContraPoints thing to spread the cancel culture narrative, but she didn't say anything when the right canceled PewDiePie, did she? She didn't call that cancel culture. She didn't say anything when the right canceled Tommy Lauren, did she? She didn't say anything when some of the right were canceling Tim Pool. Nope, it's not cancel culture, but when the left does it, cancel culture. So, once again, another example. Please stop feeding into this goddamn narrative and letting them get away with it. They will be beating the left over the head with this forever if you motherfuckers don't start standing up to it. And another example, Seth MacFarlane bitching about it. Never has this quote from George Bernard Shaw been more apropos. apropos than here in the era of cancel culture. Newspapers are unable seemingly to discriminate between a bicycle accident and the collapse of civilization. Another rich, white, middle-aged motherfucker who literally gets paid millions of dollars to say whatever the fuck he wants to. No one has ever shut him up. He has never not made a joke that he didn't want to make, ever. Name one he didn't fucking make that he wanted to make. Complaining that people criticize him. And, Sean says, ironically, that quote applies perfectly to the hysteria around cancel culture, a phenomenon that exists only in the imagination of those who can't handle accountability that comes with being a public figure. Exactly right. The more popular you are, the bigger your platform is, the more you're going to get criticized. It's the way it should be. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it's always going to fucking be. Never going to change. So you have two things you can do about it. You can either fucking retire from public life, or you can accept it and embrace it. That's the only fucking things you can do, because it's never going to change. Pick one, motherfuckers. Stop fucking whining. God damn it, you're rich. Privileged. You have fucking everything. Stop whining. Says me, who's whining. Yeah, here's one for Paul Joseph Watson. Paul Joseph Watson complained about the suicide rate. U.S. suicide rate in 2017 was 30% higher than 20 years ago. The opioid epidemic claims 130 lives a day. This is literally a motherfucker who made videos calling depression not real. Now, he want to shit on the U.S. for having fucking high suicide rates. Yeah, I wonder why, motherfucker. Could it be that depression is real? You fucking goon. And another one from him. This is just so crazy, folks, the way these motherfuckers think. Bolton should have never been appointed in the first place, but kudos to Trump for draining the swamp. How the fuck are you gonna give this motherfucker credit for draining the swamp when he's the one that filled the swamp up to begin with? He's the one that fucking put the motherfucker in the swamp. Now you gonna give him credit for draining it? I swear these motherfuckers. I swear if Donald Trump came out and said, hey, I was thinking about nuking Canada this weekend, but I changed my mind and I decided not to. They would be, oh my God, Donald Trump just averted nuclear war. He's a hero. He saved us all. No, motherfucker, you can't give him credit for deciding not to do the dumb shit that he decided to do in the first place. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Good Lord, this guy has 1 million subscribers on Twitter right now. That's what the world's come to, folks. Try not to get too depressed. It's easy to do. And here's another one from Sean. Or Satan, I guess is how you spell that. I don't know shit. Eric Weinstein, member of the intellectual dark web. Well, it turns out that one of his buddies, Steven Pinker, who is also like a member of the intellectual dark web, has very close ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, they're buddy. On plane rides together or whatever and hanging out. Don't know if they did any pedophilia together, but I can speculate. But his buddy Eric Weinstein want to cover up for him. So Eric Weinstein's like, what do I believe? That there was no Jeffrey Epstein as we know him. There never was. What we called Jeffrey Epstein was likely a fusion of an actor and a character, both with the name Jeffrey Epstein, a la Colbert, and whoever chose the actor to play the role likely goofed. So basically, he's just making a conspiracy theory. No, we weren't fucking wrong for hanging out with this pedophile. Steven Pinker wasn't wrong for hanging out with the world's most famous pedophile, even though after he was convicted of the shit. No. We were duped by some kind of conspiracy theory, folks. Here's the intellectual dark web for you, folks. This is exactly what they are. Oh, my God. It's a conspiracy. Jeffrey Epstein was an actor. God, folks. These are the intellects of the right, folks. How fucking embarrassing. Just amazing. Let's see. What was this one? Oh, yeah. 7 years apart. 7 years ago, no member of Congress should be eligible for re-election if our country's budget is not balanced. Deficits are not allowed. And now Trump's president. Budget deficit smashed $1 trillion mark, the highest in 7 years. He's accelerating the debt faster than any president ever fucking has. And crickets from conservatives. Because there's a different set of rules, folks. They don't really give a fuck about the budget. It's just something they use to beat the left over the head with. And like, I can talk to my family about this, who are all Republicans, and they'll be like, good. The Democrats spend lots of money. The Republicans should do the exact same thing. I'm glad. He should spend $10 trillion. Spend all the money. And then as soon as fucking Democrats get back in power, they'll be like, oh, the budgets. What about the budgets? They're going to bankrupt our country. Oh my God, tax and spend. It's exactly what they're going to fucking say. It's almost like they're fucking evil. And this is my own family members. It's crazy. They get this evil look in their eye. Good. Trump should do that. He should fucking bankrupt the country. Good. It's like, oh my God, holy shit. That's some intense evil there, Mom. Back up a little bit. I love you, but dude, fuck. And apparently, Trump's banning flavored e-cig juice. And does anyone else think that maybe the only reason he's doing that is so after he bans it, the value of the stocks and the companies of these smaller e-cig companies goes way down so that the large tobacco companies can buy them up for pennies on the dollar, and then Trump will immediately remove the ban saying he's listening to the people? Maybe that's a conspiracy theory, but that's what the fuck I think is going to happen. I think this is all just a big ploy in order to make big tobacco even more money. But don't worry, folks. I got your back. I'm going to teach you how to make your own fucking e-cig juice. It ain't fucking hard. You literally just mix 4 things together, and 3 of them you can get from Amazon. First off, glycerin vegetable. This is a gallon you can get from fucking Amazon, and that's a shitload, man. You'll make e-cig juice the rest of your life with this. $26. And also buy propylene glycol, food grade. Yeah, boom, a gallon of it. Also will last you for fucking ever. And if you want flavorings, essential oil flavorings for like candies and stuff, this is what I use. Watermelon, boom. And then from any reputable site on the internet, there's several of them. You can get concentrated nicotine juice in whatever strength you want to. And there are calculators on the internet that teach you how much of each you mix together. You just mix them fucking together and put them in your own bottles, and it's real fucking simple. So fuck Trump and fuck this ban. You guys can just make your own and don't worry about it. Make them in bulk for your whole fucking family and shit. But it's crazy, isn't it, man? 6 people have died from e-cigs, yet 1 billion people have died this century from regular cigarettes, and they're going to ban e-cigs and leave regular cigarettes unbanned. Trying to wrap my head around this shit, but I really can't because it don't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It's about the most Trump shit ever, right? Speaking of which, remember that time Trump was at his rally and he was like, hey, look at that guy over there. That's my African-American. Look, my African-American over there. Well, his African-American is no longer a Trump member, right? He decided, oh, fuck, Trump sucks. Man who Trump called my African-American leaves GOP. Good for you, buddy, but I can't imagine why you remember the GOP to begin with. I'm glad you finally reached your senses, but it was cringe to begin with, right? And you guys see the debates last night, the Democratic debates? Old Bernie Sanders was up there, and Joe Biden was up there, and Joe Biden called Bernie Sanders the president on accident. Hope that's true. Let's listen.
The president my friend from Vermont thinks that
the president thinks, yep. The future president thinks, man, I hope you're predicting the future there, Joe. You need to drop out immediately. Did you see also Joe was on there and he was like, he got asked, like, what we're going to do about, I think he was asked about appropriations to black people or something. And then his whole thing was to tell poor people that they need to buy record players and play a record player so their poor kids learn more words. What in the absolute fuck, dude? Like, who we gonna get to run against Trump? Hey, let's pick somebody that's almost as fucking dumb as Trump. Yeah. America. Gotta fucking love it, don't you? And this was kind of funny. I don't know what this chick was thinking, but it's hilarious to watch the black people in the background who are not impressed at all with what the fuck she's doing. I know she's trying to show out and stunt and culturally appropriate dance moves and whatnot, but holy shit, I don't think the crowd was into it, dude.
The treble boom, y'all boom like this speaker. Make the 2-touch boom like this speaker. Boom, y'all boom like this.
Look at them, they're like, what are you doing?
You ready? Hey, when you lonely, girl, give me a call. Go down, girl, boom like a ball. Summer, winter, spring or fall. Bend your back, make sure you don't fall. Hey, wheel, girl, and boom. Sticky, girl, boom. Fluffy or thin, girl. Wind up your booty. Every girl just boom. Like this speaker.
And look at they're like, what the fuck was that? What in the goddamn fuck was that? Oh my god, white girl, please leave immediately. That was embarrassing. That was bad, and you should feel bad. And more direct transphobia on television. Here's the guy that Rationality Rules had him in the video to show, you know, the logical viewpoints on transgenderism. Because, you know, Rationality Rules really loves transgender people, and this was absolutely the best representative for transgender viewpoints that he could possibly find. Good old Piers Morgan. Let's see what Piers Morgan has to say about it.
What's wrong with male and female, out of interest?
Can't people be what they want to be?
No, they can't. They can't. Otherwise...
What you tell them.
Okay, I would like to be
I totally agree. Shut up.
Okay.
People should be what they want to be. I'm not sure
I'm a penguin.
that explaining
I'm a penguin, identifying as a two-spirit penguin.
Yep.
Everyone happy with that?
Yes, I'm perfectly happy with you.
Two-spirit, gender-neutral, pangender, gender-fluid, femme penguin. I demand to be allowed into the penguin enclosure and to live with the penguins as a penguin.
The attack helicopter joke never gets old, does it, folks? Always so funny. Let's laugh at it. Just like Chloe says, what the fuck is this? How are they getting away with being so publicly transphobic? It's because the public doesn't give a shit. The public still, at large, thinks transphobic people are weird, icky, because it's different, right? Oh, God. And everybody hates things that they find different, and strange when they don't have experience with it. And motherfuckers like this get on the air and get paid huge sums of money to be transphobic, and other motherfuckers like Rationality Rules make videos highlighting motherfuckers like this, and other motherfuckers like Matt Dillahunty cover for their friends when they do it and say, that's not transphobic. We're not transphobic. Hell no. Yeah, you are. Yeah, it is transphobic. You're all pieces of shit. You're all pieces of shit. Quit pretending, motherfucker. We see right through that. And trigger warning. For those of you who have problems seeing violence towards trans women, and for my trans audience out there, you might want to mute it for the next 2 or 3 minutes because we're going to cover a story. Another black transgender woman found dead, beaten to death, or burned in a car or whatever. And this happens so much, so often. I don't really know what the story. I guess they've found out who killed her. But so many times what happens here is that the man that they're dating, because of toxic masculinity, they feel like they're going to be judged, or they don't even know sometimes that these women are transgender, and they find out and they kill them because of it. Because, oh my God, I'm gay now. You made me gay, and that's worth killing you over. Because of how they've been taught and raised to view homosexuality and transgender. The weird thing is like being with a transgender woman doesn't make you gay, because transgender women are women, but they don't see it like that, right? They've been taught to believe otherwise by bigots like Piers Morgan and by bigots like Rationality Rules, who highlight people like Piers Morgan. And that's why we have to call this shit out, folks. That's why it's not funny. That's why it's not just jokes. It's because this helps spread the same exact hatred towards these people that is leading to actual violence and death against the most vulnerable class among us. And no, it's not right to shit on them. No, it's not right to demonize them. There are the very class of people that the hero men who want to pretend like they're masculine, these are the people you should be protecting. These are the people you should be wrapping your arms around. The most vulnerable of society is what heroes are always supposed to stand up and protect. And if you motherfuckers don't do that, don't pretend like you're masculine or you're manly or shit, because you fucking ain't, dude. You're just a fucking dipshit part of the problem. All right. Trigger alert over. You can come back if that bothered you. All right, let's read the chats real quick. Got another 10 minutes on the show. Dana Boniducci defense. Yep. What a douche Dana Boniducci was. God damn it, Dusty, stop this shit. Stop what shit? You'll have to be more specific. Dipshits like Piers Morgan voted for breakfast. I know. Breakfast. Brexit, I mean. Yep, I know. Poor Brexiters. Poor UK. You guys are so fucked on all that shit. You should not have listened to people like Sargon. People like, who else was recently? I found out was supported Brexit. It was was it Rationality Rule? Oh, yes, Rationality Rule supported Brexit, too. No wonder he likes Piers Morgan so much. What a cock that dude is. Transgender women are women. True that. And they sure are. Wrap your arms around me, Dusty. I would. If you was close, I would give you a big old hug, Asher Scott. Fuzzies, please. Okay, we're going to bring Diva in here in a minute before the show ends. She's like one of the only ones that's like her and Penguin. I hate keep showing you the same two cats all the time, but the rest of them ain't into it. They're like, fuck off, Dusty. We don't be on your goddamn camera. Suck a dick. All right. Last chance to get in super chats. I'm going to read the few super chats we have and then finish up the show. Old Town Road was originally a music video to Red Dead 2. I think it's very cool that a YouTuber who makes music videos to video games got famous. I didn't know that. That is pretty cool. I actually heard his Black Panini song, and it was just a cover of a Nirvana song. It was In Bloom. I was like, holy shit, he's just singing In Bloom for Nirvana. That's weird. And also, the whole video was only like 2 minutes long. They're really making songs short these days. It's crazy. Anyway, the saddest part is that Iran, a theoretic government, recognizes trans rights. I know, right? They are more progressive in Iran than we are in America. That's crazy as shit. Oh, you gotta bring her over to me. Come here. I know. Hey, baby. I know. Here we go. Miss Diva. Show everybody how pretty Miss Diva is. Don't scratch me. Oh, yeah. You got your little claws in me, don't you? He's like, see, I ain't into this either. You motherfuckers picking the wrong one right now. Don't pick Miss Diva. Pick somebody else. I'm sick of being your star, but you're so pretty, Miss Diva. You're such a good girl, yeah. I know. You want to say hi to the people? Say hi to all the people out there. I'm Miss Diva, and I have a bunch of kids. I have like 4 kids that my new daddy Dusty adopted. He takes such good care of us, and I'm kind of a bitch sometimes, but I'm pretty chill when he's holding me. So she gets a lot of love, don't you? She just purring away, aren't you? Oh God, she's so sweet. Daddy loves you, yeah. Oh my God. This is my joy. This is how I calm myself down after doing this show. And I have to engross myself in all this awful shit all the fucking time to find topics to talk about. I just get these cats and love on them, and it just makes the world so much better. I feel like such a better person than I was when I was in Denver, man. I feel like I'm doing something decent with my life now. It's so much, just the feeling is so much better. Okay, Miss Steve, I love you. All right. See you later, baby. So, that's where the money goes to. Most of the money goes to Human Society Mississippi Animal Sanctuary. So if you like my show, please consider supporting it, because we do good work here. We really try to do some good. Anyway, Brad Holman, hope the animals are well. Keep up the great work of Logic. Hey, thanks, Brad Holman. $20. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that. You're the best, Dusty. Don't ever stop. I will try never stop. As long as you guys keep supporting me, I will do this until I fucking die, until my heart explodes in my chest like I did my daddy. I will keep doing this. Twilight Monk, $2. Nazi report their accounts. Content daily. Yep. I used to not be into deplatforming, but fuck Nazis, right? No platforms for Nazis. That's my opinion. Dave Ruin, or Rave Dubin, sorry. $5. A lot of these comics are getting lazy now that Netflix is paying them more money for one stand-up special than they would make from touring. Yeah, I know, right? They're starting to see that the whole appealing to the chud and controversy and cancel culture will get them a lot of play and get them a lot of press in right-wing circuits. Get a lot of YouTube videos made about them, and they can cash in on it. So they're selling out, in my opinion. All right, that's all of that. Last chance to get in your super chats. We got about another 5 minutes on the show. Now my nose is so itchy because I have cat hair on my nose now. Wipe my head. Holy fuck, it's hot in here. Wish it would goddamn cool off. About tired of this goddamn shit. All right. Let's see. I guess I'll save a lot of this for the next show. Let me find 1 or 2 more good ones to end with. What is this one? Oh, yeah. You guys hear about this? Sam Smith, singer Sam Smith, has decided to come out as non-binary. After a lifetime of being at war with my gender, I've decided to embrace myself for who I am, inside and out. Sam Smith announces the decision to use gender-neutral pronouns. He wants to be called they, them now, which I totally respect. And, but watch what happens. As soon as he comes out with it, here's the Associated Press. Sam Smith, my pronouns are they, them. Associated Press. Sam Smith has declared his pronouns they, them. On social media after coming out as non-binary in what the pop star called his lifetime being at war with my gender. The English Too Good at Goodbye singer said Friday, he's decided to embrace myself for who I am, inside and out. The announcement was met with thousands of supportive comments. The 27-year-old Smith said he was excited and privileged for the support. He added he was very nervous about the announcement because he cares too much about what people think, but decided to go for it. You fucking dipshits. God damn it, you dickheads. Like, they have to be doing this on purpose. He specifically said he wanted to be called they, them. We're not going to respect your pronouns. Did I just say he? God damn it. See, even I'm doing it. Fuck. I'm doing the exact same thing I'm making fun of them for doing. God damn it, Dusty. You have to be better than this. Okay, sorry. Fuck. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be a hypocrite. It is, but see, they're doing it in print. It's a lot easier when you're in print not to fucking make that mistake, right? It might take me a couple of tries not to fuck up when I'm doing that, when I'm talking about them. But in print, I would not do that for sure. So, fuck me, but also fuck the Associated Press for treating them like this. And you go, Sam Smith. And that also, like, brought up questions of me and my own, like, pronouns and whatnot, because I don't give a shit about my gender, right? Like, I know people see me as a man, most people anyway, but I don't care about that. I don't care if you think I'm a man or a woman. I don't care what you call me. I don't care about traditional gender roles. I do what the fuck I want to, man. If I want to suck a dick, I'll suck a dick. I never sucked a dick, but I don't really want to suck a dick. But if I wanted to suck a dick, I would. And if I wanted to fucking wear a dress, I would. I don't fucking give a shit about that stuff. So I'm wondering, like, am I non-binary? Because I don't give a shit about gender or what you call me? And then I think, well, no, you're not non-binary. The fact that you don't care is part of your privilege. You don't have to care because you are a white straight male who doesn't have to even think about that. So it doesn't mean you're non-binary. It just means you're fucking a privileged bitch. So I guess that's probably true. But I would definitely be open to be non-binary if it just means that you don't care or really see yourself as any one particular gender. Because I don't. Like, it's easier and less confusing to the rest of society for me just to play the role of a male or a man or whatever. But I don't give a shit about that. Who cares? But anyway, you go, Sam Smith. I respect their decision. And let's see. One more before we finish up. Let's see which one I'm going to do here. I want to see Stefan Mjolnich just be racist as fuck. Statistically, if whites lose majority, most freedoms go bye-bye. I wish it wasn't the case, but math doesn't lie. Oh, God, like... How does this dude still have a blue check mark on Twitter? I mean, that's just fucking outright goddamn racism, man. And this is the guy highlighted by Dave Rubin. You know, intellectual dark web Dave Rubin. You still cool to be associated with these people, Joe Rogan? Where you at, Joe Rogan? You ever gonna call this shit out, motherfucker? This is the kind of shit being associated with you. You might want to think about calling it out sometime, dickhead. Just my fucking opinion, right? And I guess that's gonna be it. Let's see if I got any more super chats. Destroy the right wing. I will, man. Appreciate that, Crystal Hensley. I am doing my best. That's the end of my super chats. Let me check the regular chats before the show's over. Cult of Dusty. How are you so smart on these issues? You make other leftovers look bad. I don't know. I did a lot of acid, like when I was in Denver, and I just sat around on acid, and I just thought about all this shit. I was like, holy shit. I'm such a fucking loser. Holy shit, I'm not a good person. You have to do better than this, Dusty. You have to change your life because you're not a good person. I don't know. I just wanted to change, so I did. Why do you choose to present as male, Dusty? It's just easier, I guess. I mean, I wear this facial hair because it covers up my double chin. And I don't really dress. I mean, I just wear black T-shirts and shorts. I don't really dress in real male attire or anything. But I guess because it's easier. Hey, Rich Uncle Norman got 200 kroners. Thank you, Rich Uncle Norman. I really appreciate that, man. You're so cool. Hopefully I can meet you someday. I don't know if you ever want to meet me or not. But if you ever want to meet me, I would love to meet you. So the usual, huh? All right. Everyone needs a psychedelic trip. Yeah, I mean, if you've never done acid before, and if you think your mind can handle it, you have to be in the correct mind space to do it. So just don't go do it willy-nilly. Like, prepare yourself, prepare your mind and your body, and prepare your life situation to do it. And then once you get in the correct headspace and the correct life situation, then you can do it. That's my suggestion to you. DM Secular Talk for discussion. All right, I'd like to talk to the Secular Talk. He seems pretty cool. All right. Well, that's it, folks. That is my show. I will be back on Monday. Monday. That'll be here before you fucking know it. Only a couple days from now. 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. As always, you want to support the show, please consider becoming a Patreon. $1 or $2, $5, whatever you can give. It really helps encourage me to continue the show and helps pay for my animal sanctuary. And I'd really love to buy Borderlands 3, but I know that's not a big priority. But anyway, I sure do fucking love you guys. I will see you soon on Monday. Until then, as always, until next time, Logic, fuck yes. Love you guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Have a good weekend, dudes.